Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Lovely, lovely morning. Cold outside. But great to be here with you in this warm, festive studio. Not too shabby. Our buddy Hamby decorated. He texted me over the weekend. He said, don't make fun of my decorating. It's the best thing. I said, why would I make fun of your decorating when you're the only one that decorated? And it does. It feels Christmassy in here. Oh, no. Hang on.
Bless you.
You bastard. You almost got me. Son of a bitch.
Bless you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer. Ben Higgins. Oh, sorry. Hi, Paulie. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I forgot. And Ben Higgins is your friendly neighborhood sports anchor and MC.
Good morning. Happy Giving Tuesday.
Today's Giving Tuesday. Tell everybody what you're all nervous about today.
Well, first of all, I have to ask you, have you officially backed out of our bell ringing today because of your medical appointment?
I wouldn't say I backed out. I have officially, I am officially leaving you both in the lurch.
Okay.
Backed out.
I didn't. I have blood work that I have to do for the potential impending Woods child.
Right.
Potential.
Heard that story last week.
The very, very early stages, but I do have blood work that I have to get in. And I don't know if you guys have gone to a certain place lately. It rhymes with Schlab Dorp. Getting in to one of those is pretty much like getting an audience with the Pope. If you can get an appointment, you take it. And
Table at the hottest restaurant in New York City.
100%. Like, oh, you got an appointment at Schlabdorp?
Tickets to opening night of Hamilton.
Right.
And an appointment at Schlabdorf.
Schlabdorp.
Yeah.
So I have to go and get blood work done today. And so it's I would love to ring the salvation. I've always wanted to do it, but I'm leaving you guys in the
That's
lurch.
all right. We will represent after the show today. Paulie and I. Paulie, you're coming, or are you leaving me
I got
too?
some blood work to do.
Yeah, okay. Well, I will be outside the Walmart Murphy Canyon, right down the street from our studios, ringing a bell. And then I think you put like donations into the kettle is how they do it.
Yes. Why is the kettle so little? It's usually a very little small kettle. I've noticed. It's not like a big giant kettle.
I mean, there's no reason to make the kettle larger than it needs to be. You're just putting
Just coins
and coins and stuff in there. It doesn't have to be the biggest cauldron in history, I
I'm
think.
curious, how much of a hit have the Salvation Army donation canisters taken over the years?
Because people don't
Who's
have
carrying
cash.
change?
I mean, maybe we have card readers now. I have no idea. I've never done this
because
before.
like I don't know, if I'm walking into Walmart and I'm paying with a card, like
Yeah.
not getting a lot of change back.
Yeah, I don't ever have like quarters in my pocket anymore.
I bet there's a way to do it electronically now.
Guaranteed.
Everybody has a way to do it electronically. So I've got that. And then this evening on 10 News, I will be hosting the phone bank for our month of Million Meals, helping raise money for feeding San Diego, make sure that people in our community don't go hungry this holiday season.
So you're hosting it on the news? It's on in your news slot?
We do it every year on Giving Tuesday. I'm going to go down to the Feeding San Diego headquarters in Sorrento Valley, and we'll have our live truck and set up. There's a phone. Will be like celebrities who come in to answer phones, viewers who call in to make donations,
Right.
and I'll be doing interviews of some of the local celebrities. I know like Mark Loretta's on the board of Feeding San Diego, so he's going to be there.
Tell him I said hello.
Troy Johnson.
Love Troy.
The guy from Switchfoot is always there.
John Foreman?
I think so, yeah. He's almost always there.
Our sons play soccer together and basketball.
Okay.
Tell John hello.
We'll have a common reference there. So we'll interview the celebs and try to drum up some support and phone calls for people to call in and make donations. There'll be some check presentations of matching donations from our company and some local businesses who come in. So, and then, every half hour they'll go to me for a few minutes, and we'll do that from 4:00 until about 7:30 this evening.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you're going to be the host.
I am the host for the first time.
But you're not going to be doing sports and stuff.
No sports tonight.
Okay. But you're a great host, so don't even don't even sweat it.
Thank you.
Like I'm a decent MC type, but I need a script, and
It's weird. I don't think there's like a studio audience per se.
Right.
It's just the phone bank, the people who are answering the phone. So I'm just talking out to the audience in their living rooms watching watching television, 10 News this evening at home.
Oh,
That's
what time
the
does it
audience.
start?
4.
Oh,
Till
the
7:30.
Woods family.
The Woods
will be
family
there
will-
for 3.5 hours.
Taylor Woods, my biggest fan now. I always appreciate that.
Both of them.
Yeah.
He asked me yesterday, and Bo was like walking away. He goes, "Dad, has Ben on tonight?" I go, "No, Friday he's going to be anchoring." So it's an event in our home to watch you. And so now,
But warn him that Kimberly's still doing the news.
Okay.
And then they'll toss to me like every 20 minutes or so.
But now that I know you're a little nervous about it, we'll definitely be watching, and we'll definitely be watching with intent.
It's one of those things that I've had like 7 meetings about leading up to it, just to make sure got all of our T's crossed and I's dotted.
Yeah.
But I think it should go well.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
No reason to worry. It's just anytime you do something a little different, a little, slightly outside of the comfort zone of what you normally do, get a little nervous.
My wife's a little nervous right now about doing something slightly outside of her comfort zone. And it relates back to a story I told maybe early last week when I asked you very innocuously, "How's your Christmas shopping going?" And you flipped out and have been flipping out ever since. I told you what she wanted for Christmas. Okay. And she wanted a stick vacuum cleaner. Ours is beat. It's gone to pot. We need a new one. So I said, no problem. But that's all, mind you, that's all she said. Remember, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, we need a new stick vacuum cleaner. Okay, great. I know how important the right one is. I know how important high ratings are to her. She's lucky she's married to me. I said, I'm going to go do the research. I put in the work. You finally got it.
That,
Why does it take you 30 minutes to get my jokes?
I was just trying to think, why is Wood so highly rated? But then I got it.
Thank you. Spent like an afternoon doing a deep dive. You can't just go into the first place you see and go, I'll just take this one. I did a deep dive, and I went to all the different sites.
There's something to be said for that, because you could just go like Yelp, like, okay, well, 3.5, but then you start digging into some of the Consumer Reports and different websites, and they don't always agree, and that makes sometimes
fine. But you look at a few and you start to go, okay, it's 1, it's 2 here, but barely, and you make you form your opinion based on the opinions of others, basically, and people that test these things and blah, blah, blah.
I go more for the people that test them out and write about it versus the reviews.
Right.
You can get some information out of the reviews, but it's also a lot of the complaints that I see on products. I go, you seem like the kind of person that's going to complain about just about anything.
It's the best vacuum I've ever had in my life, but when I called, the woman messed up my first name, so 0 stars.
Right.
Okay, well, that doesn't really apply to me. So, that
I dropped this off my 3rd-story balcony and it shattered.
It didn't work.
This is a piece of crap.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, go read the Ben and Woods Yelp reviews. You know what I mean? And tell me that if that matches up.
I haven't checked those.
Some people just don't like us, and that's okay. You still listen, and I know you do. So I did the research. I put in the hours, right? Not hours, but I put in the time, and I did my research, and I found one that is apparently elite, but it's a brand she's never heard of. So I told her the other day, hey, got it. It's on the way. And she said, oh, did you get me the Dyson one? And I go, actually, no, I didn't. The Dyson was rated below the one I got. She's like, we return it. And I go, and I looked at her and I go, no. And she goes, return it. I don't want it. And I go, you're keeping it. And she goes, I don't want it. And I go, you never told me to get you the Dyson. I would have gotten you the Dyson. You said I need a stick vacuum cleaner. I actually went and put in extra work to find the one. She goes, just don't give me presents anymore. So this is what it spiraled into. So I show up the other day, and there it is at home. It's been shipped, extra filters, the whole bit. She's dialed, right? Sitting on my desk, big box. I have to put it together at some point. So I said to her, I go, hey, can you wrap this, by the way? She does all the wrapping.
Right.
You guys laugh, but I'm not allowed in her wrapping room. I'm not allowed in it. I couldn't wrap it if I wanted to. You wouldn't do it right. You make a mess. You're an idiot. I looked at her and I said, hey, I love you. I'm not returning this vacuum. I said, this is going to be an exercise in acceptance and being okay with my decision. And I said, I'm going to use it too. I got the best one. I did the work. This was not willy-nilly. I didn't just throwing stuff at a wall here. I said, will you wrap it? She said, no. She goes, if you don't send it back, I will. I go, if you send it back, we're getting a divorce. I go, we are getting a divorce. She goes, I told you. And I said, you never said you wanted the Dyson or I would have got you the Dyson. So finally she said, you know what? You're right. She is now also practicing what you just said. She's just going to go with the flow and get her new vacuum.
First of all, I don't know when Big Dyson got their hooks in her, but
she's been talking about Big Dyson for years.
Here's your problem. Now your well-being going forward is inextricably intertwined with the performance of this vacuum.
This thing better be the Rolls Royce.
If this thing goes well early, you're going to be like, you're going to be strutting around the house like she loves this vacuum. But in 6 months, if something happens, if something gets stuck in it,
this is why.
If it loses some suction for whatever reason, you're a dead man. You're a dead man.
I'm gonna walk in on her hitting it with a hammer. Like I'm gonna catch her in the kitchen, like beating it with a hammer. But I got your ass, dude. So I told her, I go, look, I like to give gifts. Don't just tell me. Don't get me gifts anymore. I hate gifts. Don't tell me that. I also like to give gifts. Learn how to bull S me and learn how to just lie to me.
Best case scenario in 4 or 5 years when the vacuum has performed perfectly,
incredibly,
she will grudgingly go
5 years from now.
You know what? That was a good vacuum. That was a really good vacuum. Good purchase 5 years ago.
Right. I'm sweating from talking about it because I know she's furious right now. But I looked at her, I go, if you return this vacuum, we're done. We are over. You go in front of the judge like, so what is it? Irreconcilable differences? No. Let me tell you a story about the stick vacuum that I bought my wife. And he would look at me and he would, where's that gavel? There's a gavel right here. He would look at me and he would say, I've heard enough. Judgment for Mr. Woods. You're free to go. You're out. You're out scot-free. He would let me go after he heard this story. And he would berate her for being so mean about this stick vacuum.
As a married person, I know that going against your wife's wishes.
Hold on, but I didn't. If she said now you guys agree with me, and I even agree. If she said, I want the Dyson, and I pulled a Gary Woods, my dad, and said, no. I didn't get you the Dyson. I found a better one. Then
found it on Temu.
100%.
It's going to be great. It's directly from China. It's
$6. She would have every single. Right. She'd have every single leg.
I don't mean that.
On.
I mean when you try to do it with their best interests in mind.
Though. I just delivered what you asked me to deliver.
It's so tough because you feel like I really want to do the right thing for you, but I know it's not exactly what you want. It's trust. Got to go both ways.
It's got to go both ways, right? And so that's what I told her. I said, this is going to be a really good lesson for us, a lesson for you. Hey, let your old pal Woodsy teach you a lesson here. That's not what it means. It's, hey, man, learn how to accept a gift, right? And again, I brought her in and I showed her the review. And I go, it's got a better motor. It's got a better shelf life. It's got better filters. It's got better everything. And you still want this? I said, no, I'm going to need you to wear this one for me. You got to wear it for me.
Based on the inundation of comments in our YouTube stream, we should really be an all vacuum station because everybody apparently has opinions on vacuum cleaners out there and wants to share them.
I could get an hour out of a vacuum.
San Diego's #1 vacuum station, 97.3. The vacuum.
It's funny because my son had a really brilliant idea. He's 5, Taylor, and he said the other day he wants to do a bucket podcast. He goes, I want a podcast, Dad. And I go, you're not podcasting, like ever. Okay, we have enough podcasts, more than enough. And I said, what would you do your podcast on? He said, bucket. I want a bucket podcast. I go, what is a bucket podcast? He goes, I don't know. That's his idea. He's talking about buckets the whole time. And not like basketball buckets.
No.
Buckets.
Like Home Depot buckets.
I guess. I have no idea.
Like,
I have no idea.
Baseball bucket. This is a painting bucket.
Bro, this kid we did the Christmas tree last night, put all the ornaments and stuff up. Do you know homie last night slept in a Santa hat? In a full Grinch costume? Nobody.
Sounds warm.
No, it's so warm. Nobody loves Christmas more than this guy, bro. He was walking around the house, and he's laying in bed. We're watching a movie last night. He's laying in bed, stuck in the snow. And I'm like, you're wearing your Santa hat. He's like, oh yeah, I'm wearing it to bed. And he wore it to bed, slept in it. He's unbelievable. My house is it's an absolute insane asylum most nights. But yeah, man. So let's see. Did I get this one? The best rated stick vacuums include the Shark Power. No, I'll be honest with you guys. If I'm being completely honest, I've never heard of this brand that I bought. But again,
good start.
The guy that wrote one of the guys that reviewed it was like, I was as surprised as you are. Like, it's some European vacuum. It wasn't like it was $60 either. It was expensive. It wasn't as expensive as the Dyson though.
Well, I have enjoyed my Shark mopping vacuum robot. But it only works on one level of the house. You need two of them for both levels.
Why?
Which I've got stairs. It can't go upstairs.
What is it? Wi-Fi or something? It's the one that runs
the one that runs around. So I also have
bring it upstairs?
I also have an Oric that I can. No,
serious.
No, because it only maps one area. I know. I was told it only works on one level.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Big Sharks got their hooks in you. They want you to buy two.
I only need the bottom one because I have an Oric as well, which I have no real strong feelings about, but it seems to work fine for the limited usage I need.
She's gonna murder me for even bringing this up. I gotta find it. I'll find the name of the vacuum. I can't remember, but yeah. So that's what we're dealing. We're dealing with this. It was not. Here she is. It was not a bot review. It was not. It was on Consumer Reports, and it's a better vacuum. And you're gonna take it. You are going to take it.
I think one of the tricks though is that now it's hard to figure out which websites truly are the trustworthy review sites and which ones are just paid shills.
Well, yeah, you Google
anything
as well. The first 10 links
Who you
are
talking
sponsored
to?
ads.
Remember I dropped $5,000 on fake British Airways?
And then these companies will go and like buy the review sites. So it looks like independent reviews, but it really is just an advertising arm. Like, do we trust Forbes anymore? I have no idea. I'm
with you 100%.
No idea.
But again, I did extensive research on this thing. And it's like called like an X7 or something. It's sharp. It's a sharp machine. Now, the worst is going to be me on Christmas, putting it together, walking around the house like this. Oh, my God. This is unbelievable. Oh, my God. You're going to, babe, this thing's unreal. When you ride it, it's going to be so good. I'm at a loss here. I don't really know what to do.
Ultimately, you're very lucky that you have someone who enjoys vacuuming enough
that's true.
Something that they want to use around the house regularly.
She thinks, wait, what did she say? Honiture, a bot brand. It's not a bot brand. This thing is really sharp. You're really going to like it. That's the thing is, we always talk about that fantasy, right? Of like wanting to do something very big, right? If I had the money, I would absolutely put like a beautiful car. I would love to be, I've always wanted to get the car with the ribbon on it, but I would love to give my wife the car with the ribbon on it. The look of disappointment on her face when I go, hey, babe, will you, real quick, could you just run that outside? Oh, there's a package that's left, right? Trying to do a bit with her. Mm-hmm. Her walking out, seeing some badass Range Rover with a big bow on it and watching the look of disappointment. I don't want a Range Rover. I've never even asked for a Range Rover. I mean, at that point, I just jump off the roof, like, because that's exactly what would happen. So we're working on this. Like this. I
think that's the proper response. Like, I think that's what you get if you try to surprise somebody with a car like that.
That's the proper response?
Yes. I'd be so mad if Megan bought a $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 car without
your knowledge.
We talked about this like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, you get no say on the color, the interior,
100%.
The model. A car is really a horrible gift, isn't it?
Are you guys out of your mind?
I think about like
on what planet?
If I woke up on Christmas and Megan goes, oh, by the way, we got one more gift, and came out with a crate and it was a puppy, I'd be like, we didn't get to pick that out together. Like,
really? Oh my God, are you
insane?
guys nuts? Have you no gratitude? I would be, if I walked outside and it doesn't matter what it is. I'd be like, Oh my God, you got me a car? You're the greatest wife of all time.
I'd be like, dang, how much are you going to eat it when we sell this and just take the cash?
This is unbelievable. Hannah says, but I'm the monster. This is unbelievable. I can't believe you too? You'd be upset? You would drive a box with wheels if you didn't have to pay for it.
I get that, but at the same time,
upset might be the wrong word. I'd be confused and like disappointed.
I would weep. I would be like, you got me a car. This is unbelievable.
I mean, you're committed to that car. For me, like I'm committed to that car for 6 years or however long I'm going to keep it. Like,
but you didn't have to go buy it. I mean, you didn't have it's amazing.
You could sit in there and just be like, this just doesn't feel right. The height or something.
Right. Just something's just off.
I just bought a car last year. I looked at 5-6 different cars. You sit there like, this doesn't feel good.
I'm in my coffin.
The last thing you're going to have to do is return it. Like,
please shut the lid of my coffin so that I can die peacefully or unpeacefully.
You're
both insane. You're both insane.
I'm with Paul on this one.
Feel my chest. I'm pouring sweat right now.
I don't think that's a crazy.
I don't think I've ever been more mad in my life. You walk outside, Paul, there's a GD Range Rover with a red bow on it. You're like, thanks, I guess. What? Oh, come on. All right.
I mean, look, unless it's specifically like, I need a car. This is the exact car I want. This is the everything.
Then it's no longer the big surprise.
Exactly. You guys are too particular. You're too particular.
Or something like that. A purchase like that. Yeah.
Isn't everybody somewhat particular about the car they drive?
No, it's the thought, bro. The thought of my wife going down, sitting through the paperwork, getting the loan, whatever it is.
When I had my loaner, which was a really good car.
Yeah.
For when my car was in the shop. But I would not have wanted to actually own it. It was it was too low on the sedan. It was uncomfortable to get out of.
You would assume the person that you're married to is going to know. Paul doesn't want a Harley. I'm not going to get him a Harley. Paul doesn't want a CRX. Paul doesn't want he doesn't want an RX-7. Like, he wants an SUV. I'm going to get him an SUV.
I'm saying I test drove multiple cars, same type of SUV, like the Toyota RAV4, got in it. I'm like, I feel like my head's about to hit the roof. It doesn't feel comfortable. I got in the Honda CRV. I'm like, this is better. Try another car. You're like, okay, this is a little bit different. Like, 100%.
You're out of your minds, all of you. You're all insane.
We're not talking about a jacket or a sweater or something.
This is a good time to announce. I'm leaving the show. I'm going solo. Okay, I'm going solo.
Me and Ben will be at Walmart later.
It'll be the bell. Me and Taylor doing a bucket podcast or a bucket show on some airwaves, probably AM, coming to you very soon. And we'll be Woods and Woods, and I'll get top billing finally. And we'll do our bucket show, and it will be wildly successful.
The Steve and Woods show.
The Steve and Woods show.
It is. All right. Shall we get going here?
Sure. I thought we just did. You guys are insane.
All right. We will come back, set the menu for our Tuesday edition, Giving Tuesday edition of Ben and Woods, and we'll talk a little Padres. Interesting comment coming from MLB Network. Don't know if it's true or not, but we can certainly discuss it as it relates to one Mason Miller.
People just say stuff now.
They do.
They just say stuff.
But sometimes people know stuff, too.
I guess.
We'll see. That's coming up next. Thanks for joining us, Ben Woods and Paul, on San Diego's #1 vacuum and bucket station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah.
Takes a big man to admit when he is wrong.
Dude.
So I'm going to go get blood work today, and then I will be returning the vacuum cleaner, if they'll let me.
What happened?
I'm so excited about that purchase.
I really thought I was standing on business. I really did. And so I just Googled again the X7 that I bought my wife for Christmas.
Oh man.
First, and Reddit popped up. It said thoughts on the vacuum X7. I came across a glowing review. I would like to hear anyone's thoughts on it. And it's the exact review that I read. First comment. Look at the small print on the website that's masquerading as a review site. This is not a review. It's literally an advert. Then I scroll down. It's made by the company Larisar. Stay far the F away from them. I have one. Not a fan of Dyson, but it looks like one. It's nowhere close to one. They're horrible. Their products are cheap garbage.
You went to consumerreviews.org.
I went to Consumer Experts Report.
You got fooled by the slightly different terminology.
I hate the internet. I hate
Ken Rosenthal.
I can't do anything right. I got scammed again.
You were so proud. He was showing me the review kits. The worst comment is that it's often sold out because it's so popular. That's how they get you, Woods. They make you feel the pressure, like you're lucky to even buy it.
So the next, guess
They're
what?
Playing on your psychology.
Guess what the next highest reviewed one was? The Dyson. This one's an A+. The Dyson was an A-. All right, so I'll be returning that. I'll be getting the Dyson.
That's all part of their psychological games that they're playing. Okay, if we acknowledge the Dyson is really good, but say ours is just a little bit better.
Because they wouldn't believe you if you said the Dyson was a
terrible.
D.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. God! They're deceitful.
I'd like to take this
liars.
moment to apologize to my wife and everyone listening.
Maybe you should just actually just give her cash every year. You can't go wrong with that.
You got me 20s. I wanted 50s. That's exactly what I would hear, Paulie.
I wish I could make our Yelp reviews say something like, "These guys are so great. My only complaint is when they do a live show, traffic's too bad. Like I can't get a seat."
Yeah, those Yelp reviews, they'll hurt your feelings from time to time. Paulie, when I mentioned it, brought it up, and he goes, "Boy, do you know this? What's her name?
So
Victoria?
We did this like a year ago.
Yeah, it sucked.
And we were just mentioning how we had somehow stumbled across our Yelp page, the 97.3.
No, I said when I started out in radio, I was psychotic about hearing what people thought. And I would go to the FM 94.9 page and I would read these reviews, and it would ruin me for like a week.
97.3 The Fan had like 2 comments, and they weren't great. And by the end of the segment, they had like 30 reviews.
Yeah.
Tier 1s are awesome.
Tier 1s went in and blew it up, which is nice. But again, you're allowed to give your opinion. But
haven't checked
it in a year.
Just went back and I'm going through some of the comments, some of the reviews, a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
A couple of negatives. Guys are insufferable. This guy's from LA. Weird. And then I stumbled across one from May 22nd, 2025. Should I say this person's name?
Yeah.
Virginia.
I mean,
she put it. It's on Yelp.
Yeah. I mean, say it with your chest.
Virginia G from San Francisco on May 22nd.
San Francisco. All right.
Said, I used to enjoy listening to the Ben and Woods show. Now, as long as Woods remains on that time slot, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., I will no longer listen.
All right.
Next paragraph.
She's probably listening this morning.
For a whole hour this morning, 5/22/2025.
Okay. May of this year.
Yes, May 22nd of this year. He trashed the Padres over their recent play. Admittedly, the Padres' play has not been good the past 5 days.
Sorry for doing my job.
But he just kept ripping them and cutting them down and tried to cut them down lower. It was absolutely horrible to listen to, and I had to turn it off. I was verbally abused growing up, and his tongue reminds me of an abuser.
God!
I'm not saying he is an abuser, but ... Every day he talks about his wife, and the way he comes across about her makes me cringe for her. That probably didn't help.
That didn't help. The vacuum scene did not help. That didn't help at all.
After that, Ben and the other gentleman, Paul, are great, but Woods, no thanks.
Yeah.
When the season first started, he was the guest on the Locked On Padres show, and the host said that the team would not make the playoffs this year. Woods did not dispute that claim and just laughed about it. Please do better and put a gentleman on the show with Ben. Ben is great. He and we deserve a better co-host to work alongside.
Holy S. do a little research. You said it was May 22nd. She posted
No, I've
that.
got it right
Comments on May 22nd.
I've got it right here. So
as do I.
Here were the previous 5 Padres games going into May 22nd. 5-1 loss to the Mariners, 4-1 loss to the Mariners, 6-1 loss to the Mariners, 3-0 loss to the Blue Jays, and 14-0 loss to the Blue Jays.
Virginia, I'm so sorry that I ripped the team after a 5-game absolute drubbing.
They
Five
were
games and being drubbed.
outscored 32-3 over those 5 games.
They were playing great. Just a couple of breaks could have gone their way. I think a couple of breaks could have gone their way, and they would have won at least 3 or 4 of those.
Wait,
Virginia
14-0.
What do you want
so we
me to
came in the
do?
morning after a 14-0 loss.
What do you want?
It's
after
not 20-0.
After yeah, hey, yeah, it wasn't 20.
Just
By the way,
4 grand
those
slams.
were the 2 best teams in the American League. One of them came 1 win away from winning the World Series. Turned out those were pretty good teams the Padres were playing. Did you not give them any credit for that?
No,
Against the Mariners
apparently I did.
And the Blue Jays.
But I thought I was a soft cheerleader.
Are we cheerleaders?
What
or
do we
too hard?
want?
I don't know.
What do you want out there, Virginia? I'm very
It is
sorry.
the catch-22. That there's always going to be people who think you are
too soft,
shills and too easy on the team, and there are also people who think you are too vicious and critical of your team.
When your team goes out and drops 5 in a row and gets absolutely embarrassed by the Mariners in the dumb Vetter Cup, and then you come out and the Blue Jays just work you 14-0. I don't know how I'm supposed to get it. What am I supposed to do on the air the next day? Guys, don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. We're going to be good. Yeah, they made the playoffs. They got knocked out in the first round. So I don't know what you want me to do, Virginia. Well, you're not listening anyway, so I'm sorry.
God, people are
I'm not an abuser. I'm sorry that happened to you when you were a child. I really am. But that sucks. Like that's a crap thing to say. You know what I mean? Also, like it's a radio show. Things are 10% more. I don't get super mad about Padres losses anymore. I did. There was a time. But that was mostly performative and banging on the table. There's plenty of those shows out there. If you guys want those, they exist. You can do that, but I'm not going to do that. But after 5 in a row, man, that's a little frustrating.
That was the worst week of the season.
Yeah, by far. That's
the
one that Schulte snapped on me. Remember that when I asked him about the T-shirt? When I was like, "Oh, he's got that Pearl Jam shirt for you," and he wanted to kill me. Oh, he's got Twisted Knife in, don't you, boy?
That's right. That would have been right around May.
Yep.
First time they played the Mariners.
That's exactly right. So anyway, sorry about that, Virginia. I'll try to be much more positive next year, and then I'll get ripped for that. So
we will be talking more baseball on the program today. I've had a lot of movement on the free agent market in one specific area, closers, which brings up the question, is Robert Suarez soon to be departing the San Diego Padres and signing as a free agent? Because a couple of other pieces have fallen in these last couple of days. We'll talk about that coming up in our 7 o'clock hour. We got our regular features today. Don't Do This, Take on Woods, our Reindl Report, plenty of contests as well. Take on Woods, we've got the new prize, New Kids on the Block in Las Vegas. We have Zach Bryan tickets we're going to give away in our first half of the program. Be listening in our 7 o'clock hour coming up pretty soon. Your chance to win Zach Bryan tickets at Snapdragon Stadium. And we got San Diego State basketball tickets for tomorrow night's game at Viejas Arena against Utah Valley. We'll give those away later in the show as well. But want to start, Dylan Cease, we talked yesterday, signs with the Toronto Blue Jays, leaving another bigger hole in the Padres starting rotation. Could they be filling it with Mason Miller? We'll tell you what one MLB Network analyst had to say coming up after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by SDG&E. Starting to heat up on the roads a bit. Got a collision on the Home Avenue off-ramp northbound 805. Several vehicles over to the right shoulder. And it was already a little tough on the Coronado Bridge from mid-span, but now there's an accident near the old toll plaza. It's over the right shoulder. A couple cars involved. And North County Ride still holding up pretty nicely coming down, but we do have reports of a tire on the transition ramp west 78 to the northbound 5 connector. Take control of your energy use and help save this winter. Use large appliances outside of on-peak hours of 4 to 9 p.m. and unplug devices when not in use. Find more tips at sdge.com/simple steps. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
This was actually a topic at one of our first Padres smorgasbords of the offseason about the potential to convert one of your relief pitchers into a starter to, obviously replace the guys who you're losing. You already lost Dylan Cease. Michael King is a free agent. Don't, expect him necessarily to return. And the first name that was brought up was Mason Miller. He's your best arm.
Yep.
He's fantastic out of the bullpen, but he did start his career as a starting pitcher in Oakland/Sacramento before being converted to a reliever. And, I think what AJ Preller said in his post-season news conference was the first thing you have to do is have a conversation with those players and ask them what they want to do. You don't want to be the one that goes, hey, we're changing you to a starter, and find out he had no interest. He loves being in the bullpen. He thinks that's the best spot for him. You don't really want to, force a player out of their comfort zone. But if the player goes, no, this is my dream, I want to be a starter, you have to consider that, at least their wishes, as part of it. We don't really know specifically what Mason Miller's wishes are. He has not said anything publicly about that, but Dan Plesac on MLB Network seemingly had some insight into that. Paul, you got the clip from what Dan Plesac, former Major League pitcher, had to say.
I do know this. I've talked to enough people that have talked about Mason Miller. It's something he wants to do. He would love to be a starting pitcher. And when you throw 98 to 101 like he does, and I thought when they acquired him, that being the Padres, he was about as unhittable as you could get the last couple of weeks this season. Nasty slider. He has a changeup that he didn't use that much coming out of the bullpen. I'm sure he'd like to explore adding that third pitch. So if you're 98 to 102 with a nasty slider, and it would give him time to work on that changeup. And he, along like Helsley, if you make this decision, this is what the Padres want to do, you could give him ample time where he could adjust his workouts and be ready to do that.
Okay, let's
But again,
he said,
he says, I've talked to enough people that have talked to people. So,
that Mason Miller wants to be a starter.
Okay.
Are we putting any credence into what was said, or is this just off-season filler talk?
So if
I've talked to enough people that have talked about Mason Miller, it's something he wants to do.
So if I got on this morning and said, I've talked to enough people that have talked to Mason Miller and said, this isn't what he wants to do. It's as believable as Dan Plesac saying that on the air. And Dan Plesac pitched in the big leagues. He's got obviously way more contacts than I do. I've not heard anything from anyone about, oh man, there's a burning desire from Mason Miller to be a starting pitcher. Again, if he wants to do it, have a ball, right? Here's what is my concern. You have the best closer in baseball right now is Mason Miller. In my opinion, he's unhittable.
Or best relief pitcher of any sort.
But losing Suarez, you got to assume he's going to be more than likely, if not the ninth inning closer, the eighth inning, top of the order, get through it to win the game. You know what I mean?
Your highest leverage reliever.
Highest leverage reliever, indeed.
100%.
He blows his elbow out starting, then we don't have either. We have no starter, and we have no high leverage reliever. It's a different mentality, number one, which I think he has. I think he has the mentality. I think if he wanted to play third base and hit, he could probably do it. He's straight up dog beast on the field. If he said, I want to transition to the outfield, all right, I'll give you a look, right? Like, he's a stud. But it scares me only for injuries purposes. That's it. And because he's been doing this in this role for a while, it's probably a big shock to the system. And I don't know that you're going to get 30 starts out of Mason Miller next year. I would love it. It would be a dream if he seamlessly transitioned into starting pitcher. He'd be your number one, maybe number two option for the San Diego Padres. It'd be great. It'd be great because you're paying him nothing.
Well, I understand your concerns. Why mess with a good thing? Your argument is, why mess with a great thing? It's not even a good thing. It's a great thing. And Mason Miller is going to have, I think, a phenomenal career if he never leaves the bullpen.
100%.
And he'll make a lot of money.
Yep.
But he could make more money as a starter, which is always a factor for any player. He could reach higher highs and make bigger money if he was able to convert to a starter. Now, I agree with you. Mason Miller is not going to be able to throw 103 as a starting pitcher. But why do you think that he can't dial it back to the 98 to 100 level?
Right.
And
take a little off and throw 100
and still be able to get guys out consistently at that level. I mean, he's got the luxury. He's one of the very few people on planet Earth who has the luxury of being able to dial it down a little bit and still blow guys away on the major league level.
Well, and again, his best pitch is not even his 103 mile an hour fastball. It's his slider. So
isn't there somewhere in that universe where Mason Miller, smart guy, hard worker, good attitude, goes, yeah, I know how to fine tune this where I can add durability, take a little bit off my, max fastball and become a pitcher who throws 6 to 7 innings every 5th day and still, puts a 2 ERA up there and throw myself into the Cy Young conversation as a starter and, make a $300 million contract in a couple of years when, 4 years from now, when I hit free agency for the first time. I can't imagine that that's not at least going through his head.
Sure.
That's a very legitimate conversation for him to be having with himself and his agent and with the San Diego Padres. It would be foolish if he didn't have that conversation.
It would be. I think it would absolutely be asinine. Why the Oakland A's or the Sacramento A's or the Vegas A's, they tried it. It didn't go great. He got hurt, and then they are like, hey, man, we have to protect this arm. We're going to move you to the bullpen. Why didn't they do it again? Why didn't they say, oh, no, just rehab. You're going to come back and you're going to be a starting pitcher. The Oakland A's, the team that squeezes the most juice out of the lemon rind, anything they can find. Why didn't the Oakland A's say, go rehab your UCL, and you're going to come back and you're going to be a starting pitcher? And we're just going to keep grinding this thing out. Because they're not going to pay a premium for Mason Miller. Why would they devalue him and move him to the bullpen? Why? Them, who spends $40 million a year on payroll. Why wouldn't they then continue to use him as a starting pitcher? No idea.
Well, he had legitimate injuries and injury concerns, and they needed to do something to get him back onto the mound, and that was convert him to a reliever. It made a lot of sense back then.
But why? Why not just continue to roll him out there as a starter?
He was not being able to get through it with his elbow back then. It was a concern.
But now it's not?
Well, I'm not saying it's not, but every starting pitcher, has injury concerns at some point in their career. It doesn't mean they can never start again. There would be no starting pitchers.
You just made my point.
If
he had an elbow injury, the Oakland A's said, we're going to rehab you. Why didn't they bring him back as a starter? Why did they convert him?
Why don't you convert every starting pitcher to a reliever once they have injury problems?
No, but I'm talking about Mason Miller at 21 years old. Like, no, you're a starting pitcher. We're paying you $600,000 a year.
I'm not arguing that there was
rehab,
an incredible upside for him as a reliever. I mean, they saw that. There's a huge upside for him as a reliever.
But now you're making the case that there's a bigger upside, $300 million contract
for him
as a starter.
For him.
But not if he blows his elbow out. And again, could it happen? Absolutely. It could happen to anybody. It could happen to any single pitcher on our team. That's what concerns me is they've already tried this. It didn't work. He got hurt. They brought him back. They found a role for him. This is Adrian Morejon all over again. Like, they finally found a spot for Adrian. Stop fiddling with the knobs, dude. I found the perfect station. It's perfect. Why are you fiddling with the knobs? The temperature in the car is perfect. Don't fiddle with the knobs. It's 72 in here. It's perfect. Don't stop messing with the thing.
I don't think it's the air conditioning, though. You've got 4 tires. He's a tire on your car. He's a perfectly good tire, but you don't have a front left tire right now. You need starting pitching.
Then go spend the money to go get a starting pitcher. That's my answer. It's not convert a guy with injury troubles.
Buy a new tire.
Buy a new tire. Buy a couple.
And they're going to have to.
Let's buy 4 new tires, make everybody happy, and we'll all shut up, Virginia. I'll stop ripping the team. Go out and buy 4 new tires. In my mind, it's what makes the most sense. If the Oakland A's were like, let's just make this guy a reliever, man, his arm's going to explode. I think the San Diego Padres should probably have the same thought, unless the caveat is he comes into Ruben and AJ and says, I want to start. It's your career. It's
Again,
your life.
No, I'm not forcing him to. I would definitely not force him into starting if he doesn't think that's right for him. If he is pushing for it, though,
You have to let him try.
I think you have to let him try.
I couldn't agree more.
And I'm not. I don't know that it's a bad idea. Remember when Oakland did it? He was what
21.
21. You know, arms change as
Sure.
well as
And bodies change.
Bodies
and-
change,
and
he may be
the way you
better
take care of
equipped,
yourself,
you know,
yeah.
with
I
more
get it.
training to handle switching to a starter at some point.
let
And
me-
he may not. I'm not.
let me tell you.
I can't predict the future.
Let me tell you something. If they convert this cat into a starter and he is what we all can dream on, bro, I would be we'd be the happiest team alive. Like you'd have a legitimate ace. It just makes me nervous that you're going to lose two potential roles for him, and with one player. That's what bums me out.
We will come back. Hour number 2. Ben and Woods. We're going to give away some Zach Bryan tickets.
Let's talk about some of those other guys that are now off the
We
table.
will as well. Next on The Fan.
smart. Satan's Blowfish says, I wouldn't be shocked if the A's mindset for the past few years is wanting to keep as much value as possible in their young guys so they can wheel and deal. Guys sitting on the IL are worth very nada. Also taking no, that's something different. So again, you if you're the A's, okay, again, if they brought Mason Miller back as a starter after he was injured, there's still value there, assuming he stays healthy. Actually, more value for a starting pitcher than a reliever. So again, no one knows the answer to this question. Some people do. Mason Miller knows, Ruben Niebla knows, and AJ Preller knows. Those three guys and his agent are probably, and his wife are the only people on the planet that know, does Mason Miller want to be a starting pitcher next year? And if he does, I'm assuming that a plan has already been locked into place from Ruben and the guys. I don't know why you wouldn't have that information out there. You know how baseball is. They treat it like the CIA sometimes. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Hey, guys, we're looking at making Mason Miller a starter next year. What happens? Like, everyone, oh, all right, well, let's see how this goes. I mean, it's not some trade secret or anything like that, but it has been kept very tight-lipped. Dan Plesac says he knows for a fact that Mason Miller wants to start. We will ask that question the next time we are, talk to anybody from the Padres.
If you still had Suarez under contract, does that change things?
Maybe a little.
Possibly.
Maybe a little.
Possibly
and
a little
does it
bit.
change things that you have? This is a guy that you have for like what, three
more years? Four more years? Yeah, four more years.
You don't. If he really wants to be a starting pitcher,
You gotta let
I
him
feel
try
like
it.
you have to try it.
And the other thing too, and I can get behind this. I can get behind this take from a lot of the tier ones and a lot of people on Padres Twitter. I can get behind this. Why would you trade a guy like Leah Dallas DeVries for a closer or a high leverage reliever? You'd be right. Again, JP Sears, we know how that goes, right? We know how the JP Sears stuff goes. We'll see if he can rebound and get, some good work in as a starter next year. But again, that's not enough for a Leah Dallas DeVries unless you were always planning on converting him and he wants to convert.
I think there's no reason for the Padres to lock anything in this offseason. I don't expect, a statement announcing we're going to try to convert him. We'll find out in spring training and see how they're kind of using him and, what his workouts look like. That's probably the first time we will really get any indication. I do think it's important to remember a great bullpen is an incredible weapon in Major League Baseball. Padres showed that last season and how important it was. They would not have made the playoffs without their great bullpen. But a great bullpen doesn't do you a lot of good if you can't get a lead, if you don't have starting pitching that can get it to a great bullpen, at least get you 5 or 6 innings most days.
Yeah, agreed.
And until the Padres go out into free agency and add enough starting pitching where I feel like, okay, I mean, they've got a shot here now with that bullpen to, get some leads and hold some leads. A bullpen does you very little good. I mean, yeah, all right, great. We're down 6-3, and we can hold it there with our bullpen. Phenomenal. That's going to be a lot of fun when your starting pitching has 5 or 6 ERAs, and you're down every single game. Yeah, but our bullpen keeps it right there and gives our offense a chance to come back. That's not a recipe for a winning season.
No, it's not.
You need guys to at least keep you in the ball games early so you can hand it over to that great bullpen. And right now the Padres don't have that.
Well, and the thing that makes me not nervous about, about Craig Stammen, first-time manager, guess where he worked out of in his career? He worked out of the bullpen. So he's going to have a pretty decent feel, I would imagine. Plus he's got Ruben there next to him. Wouldn't it be human nature and the nature of a manager, Ben, to say, JP Sears just went out and gave us 4 innings of 1-run ball. That's it. I'm done. I'm turning it up. Wouldn't you feel that way every single night of your life? If you're the skipper and we're in the middle of a 12-game stretch here. Got to win this game, man. I know my bullpen's locked down. JP's given us 4 good innings. Now that kind of stuff works in the playoffs. You have to do it. You're like, hey, JP Sears gave us 1 good inning in the playoffs. Let's turn it over to the super pen. That's different. You got to get there. You got to find a way to get to the dance. And right now, the rotation 1 through 5, you have almost no shot. I mean, almost no shot, really. And you will. Speaking of tires, those suckers will be bald by the end of the year. If you're going to Mason Miller out of the pen and Adrian Morahone and Estrada 4 times a week, 5 times a week to lock down games, you're going to have to find guys that can eat innings, and the offense is going to have to be worlds better than they were last year.
Yeah, I mean, it is still December 2nd, but pitching depth is a huge concern with this team right now. Huge concern for the San Diego Padres that needs to be addressed. All guests on Ben and Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And by the way, that bullpen, not quite as deep as it was either, with Robert Suarez as a free agent, and I would not be shocked if Robert Suarez signed a contract soon, based on, the free agent market for closers heating up in recent days. You had Ryan Helsley, who signed his deal with the Orioles over the weekend, 2 years, $28 million, after really a terrible last season with the Cardinals. And
the Mets, too.
And then the Mets after he was traded. And then the Mets signing Devin Williams to a 3-year, $51 million deal after a really bad season with the Yankees. The Brewers got out from under Devin Williams at the right time, but it didn't seem to affect their markets all that badly. If those guys are getting 28 and 51 million, Robert Suarez, who's been an all-star, the last couple of seasons, it's got to be figuring to get more than that.
I would imagine.
Right? I mean, his
absolutely
age
would imagine.
Little more age concerns, obviously, than those guys, but he's been very effective the last couple of years. And now that the market is shrinking and teams that still need back-end pitching are going to start getting a little more desperate, Edwin Diaz is still the number one closer on the market. He's out there. Robert Suarez is still out there, but the options are diminishing. And I would think that you're going to want to sign them quickly or get locked out of the market entirely this offseason.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I think that Suarez is going to get a bag for sure, and he deserves a bag, certainly. I mean, I know, he frustrated a few Padres fans here and there, but overall, he was really good closer here in San Diego in his time, and a really great find by A.J. Preller, right? Like, found him, nobody else wanted him, grabbed him. And when come time to make your money, now's his time for him to make his money. I don't know where he's going to go. I know a lot of teams are looking for guys like him in the back end of their bullpen. So who else is out there closer wise? Just him, Diaz. I can't think of anybody else. I mean, it's a good market for him. It's a really good market for him, and somebody's going to pay him.
And and I don't think that the Padres are the ones that should go out and give $60-70 million to Robert Suarez. That's not a wise use of their money, based on the fact that they need starting pitching much more than they need bullpen arms at the moment. But let's see, is Reindl Iglesias still a free agent, or did he sign? I think that's, and Phil Maton already signed. He's not really a closer, but he signed. I mean, there's been more movement in the free. Reindl Iglesias did sign. There's been
Braves?
more movement in the
that's right.
There's been more movement in the free agent market with relief pitchers and closers than any other segment this offseason so far.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when Dylan Cease obviously being off the board so early too. That pushes people to be a little bit more, oh God, Dylan Cease is off the board, set a really, really big market for starting pitchers. Michael King, I saw, was projected to get, what was it, about 3 years, 75, somewhere around there, is what I saw, which, all day long. If I'm the San Diego Padres, don't know that they're going to spend that money. I really don't. My gut tells me probably not.
I think the best possibility for Michael King to come back to the Padres is if he's truly not getting the kind of offers he wants, like longer term offers. No team is willing to gamble 4 or 5 years on him, and he wants to deal with like an opt out after one season, where they give him 1 season or like two or 3 seasons, but opt outs after every year. Where if he has a good season, he opts out, becomes a free agent, and can get that longer term deal he's looking for.
Yeah,
That's the pathway, I think, to returning to the San Diego Padres. I don't necessarily see them jumping in early, locking him up for 4 or 5 years with a state-of-the-art contract.
Yeah, interesting article yesterday by Andrew Baggerly talking about the San Francisco Giants. Did you see how they are not going to be in on that Japanese superstar, Imai? and
The pitcher.
Tatsuya
Imai.
Tatsuya Imai, and the Giant fans are losing their mind. They're like, man, we got Devers. You spent a fortune on Willie Adames. You re-upped Matt Chapman. You've got a pretty good starting rotation right now. They're saying they don't want to spend either. It's wild, man. It's you're looking around baseball, and I think the impending lockout, which we'll talk about later, good article yesterday that you brought up via text, Benny. With the impending lockout, our team's so in flux with, the new ownership. There's going to be a new owner. I just don't know what they're going to spend. And when you got teams like the Giants going, oh, no, we're in win now mode. We just traded for Rafael Devers. We're going to tap the brakes a little bit. We're not going to spend on starting pitching. It's probably frustrating.
I think the Giants are a weird case, though, because if they had, let's say Rafael Devers was a free agent rather than a trade, and you had just signed him to that deal, fans in San Francisco would be going, whoa, we just jumped in huge in the market. But because you traded for him during the season, they feel like, well, now you got to do something in free agency. And I would imagine if I'm the Giants,
I think the fans are right.
If I'm the Giants owner, I'm going, we just added this giant, huge contract. That was our big move for 2025. You're expecting another giant move here in 2025. We made our move.
That was last year.
No,
that was this year.
That was this year.
No, you know what I'm saying. That was last season.
Yes, I know.
This season, how did we do, Giants fans? Not great.
But if you had not acquired him during the season,
but why would you go out and
you
acquire him
now? You'd think, oh, we just acquired a huge name and a huge contract for next season, which they did. He didn't do anything for them this season.
No, they
acquired him for the future.
Right, they acquired him for the future. But why does the future have to stop?
It doesn't
because
have
we got
to
Rafael
stop,
Devers. Like, hey, you guys should all be happy. We got Devers last season. We're gonna flush it down and see how it goes.
Right. Every team has a budget. Every team does. One team doesn't have much of a budget, but every team has a budget. And San Francisco spent a lot of their 25, 26, 27 budget on Rafael Devers. They did. I mean, it doesn't matter whether the trade came in May or October or November or next February. They've spent that money for the next couple of years, which is going to limit other areas where they can spend it on.
Yeah, Lou says, so the players don't get paid during the lockout, right? If that's the case, why are your teams worried about signing the players? I don't think you can just go balls to the wall with, knowing, hey, man, like, I'd love it. I'd love if they said, no, there's a lockout coming. Let's try to win a World Series this year. Like, who cares? We'll worry about the financials later. Baseball could completely revamp how they do things, and you could end up saving money. You know what I mean? Like, depending on how the next CBA goes, my personal way of operating would be, let's go out and get some good players. Let's try to win a World Series this year.
Well, remember, Lou, the last time there was a lockout, players did not lose any money whatsoever. They still played the whole season and got paid for the whole season. Players don't get paid until, the season starts.
What if they lost 40 games, right?
Then it would be negotiated, like if there's a prorated salary, like there was in the COVID year.
Yeah.
They got kind of prorated deals for what they did play. But that's, if you sign a guy to a 10-year contract now thinking, oh, we got a lockout coming, you're still on the hook for a massive amount of a 10-year contract. And if you do go to a lockout for half a season, damage your revenues, but then you're still on the hook for the 9.5 years of the contract or 8.5 years of the contract. That's not going to help you. I don't think there's a single team that's going, yeah, we can spend willy-nilly because, well, we think there's going to be a lockout and we're going to save on salaries. Saving on salaries is never a good business decision when it's because of a lockout, because you're getting no revenues during a lockout either. You're not getting any money during the lockout. So that doesn't do the owners any good to save money on salary. It's just a zero-win situation for both sides.
Yeah. It's going to be really, really fun. It is 1 year from yesterday, by the way.
It is.
1 year from yesterday will be when the CBA expires. When are we going to talk about that?
We can talk about it in our 8 o'clock hour.
All right, 8 o'clock
yeah.
hour. So 1 year from yesterday, December 1st of 2026, that's when the CBA expires. So these dudes, these knuckleheads in baseball, which is thriving, bursting at the seams, right, with excitement and money and ratings and highest ratings in a long time.
Attendance up.
Leave it to these guys running this entity to take a big anvil, hold it up, and drop it on their foot. Wait for it, because it's coming. and it's going to suck. It's going to suck.
Well, it seems like a good time to pivot to Don't Do This.
Yeah.
That's coming up in just a moment. We'll get to stories that make us shake our head in the world of sports, including last night's Monday Night Football game had a couple of head scratchers as well. We'll get to that coming up. First, though, it is time to give away some tickets to the Luke Bryan concert, or Zach Bryan. Now I did it.
Oh,
Zach Bryan concert coming up at Snapdragon Stadium.
No, Zach Brown.
No, it's Zach Bryan.
Oh, it's Zach Bryan.
It's not Luke Bryan. It's not Zach Brown.
Luke Brown.
It's Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan, Snapdragon Stadium. Call now, 833-288-0973. Fifth caller, 833-288-0973. Pair of tickets, concert on July 31st. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com. We got Don't Do This coming up next with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First up, though, Daily Fantasy Prize Picks. You see the ads when you're watching Daily Fantasy. Everyone's doing it. Tens of millions of users now with Prize Picks around the country, 45 states. It is legal. It's fun. I do it 2 or 3 times a week. You can kind of set your lineups however you want, but it's just picking against the numbers, more or less on stat projections. Let's say you're watching a football game. You can take the quarterback and go 247.5 passing yards, more or less. 1.5 passing touchdowns, more or less. The more players you put in your lineup, up to 6, the more you can win. Up to 2,000 times your money with Prize Picks, or you can go a little more conservative with the flex play. Let's say you put together a 5-player lineup. You only need to win 4 of them, and then you can get paid on that lineup with the flex play. So a lot of flexibility with how you play with Prize Picks. The one thing you definitely want to do, make sure when you sign up and go to prizepicks.com, you use the code KWFN to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Find out if it's for you, if you like it, with really no obligation, because that is a credit right into your account, $50 to play. You win with that $50. That's real money that you can take out of your account. So you use code KWFN to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Check it out today. It's Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour, 97 through the fans, brought to you by IHOP. Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big, filling, sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your Happy Plates with a $6 IHOP Value Menu, available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Now, don't do this.
Oh.
Brought to you by Trust and Will.
Oh, the double. Don't.
A double. Yeah, I had to get one in there. Sorry.
Did you?
Don't. I did. Brought to you by Trust and Will. Don't leave your estate, house, don't leave your estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance.
Wait, did we say don't do this?
Don't. Just give me a do.
Oh my God.
Do.
Set up Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
Oh, this
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info.
Purple in the chat wants to know, is it $6 everywhere, Ben?
$7.
Yeah, or $7 in some locations.
I don't know which locations are 6 and which ones are 7. 6, 7.
6, 7. Look at you.
6, 7.
I love it. All right, you start.
I will start with the Eagles. Their offensive coordinator, Kevin Patullo. I guess fans not so happy with their blowout loss to the Chicago Bears over the weekend. His New Jersey home, right across the river there from Philadelphia, got egged early Saturday morning.
You gotta be kidding me.
After the Black Friday loss to the Chicago Bears. Video surfaced on social media. Multiple people appearing to throw objects at Patullo's home.
How do we know? Did they film themselves doing it and put it on TikTok?
Morristown police investigated, saying that people thought online it was rocks. It was eggs. The investigation is still ongoing, but it is believed to be some unruly Eagles fans unhappy with the OC.
Guys, come on. The death threats, the eggings, the showing up at the airport, trying to run Lane Kiffin off the road a couple days ago. It's just sports, for Christ's sakes. It's just sports. BFD. Like,
someone has to win every game. Someone has to lose every game.
You're going to go and egg someone's home because you didn't like the defense he ran or called?
Offense.
Yeah.
And by the way, Chicago Bears
are great.
Playing really well this season.
It's gotten so absurd. Now.
They are currently, I believe, the number 1 seed. They are 9-3 in the NFC.
Insane. It's so disheartening. It really is. Like, we get it. You're so edgy, Philly. We get it. You're the edgiest. You guys are so edgy.
I threw snowballs at Santa.
You care so much, man. Oh, nobody cares more than you. We get it. We get it. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't show up to a man's home where he's got a family and throw eggs at his home. Right?
Unless it's
cabbage night.
Cabbage night.
And wait till cabbage night. Just wait till cabbage night and then do it, which is October 30th. This is crazy. You guys saw this hit last night.
Yes.
Jackson Dart. Oh, my God. One of the better hits I've seen in the last few years in the NFL. Jackson Dart, quarterback for the New York Giants, was running down the sideline. This is the knock on Jackson Dart. Very, very talented. 5-cent head, maybe. Didn't go out of bounds. And so the Patriots linebacker came in flying. And
Lit him.
Beautiful hit. Beautiful. Clean as a whistle.
Knocked him about 6 feet on toward the bench on the sideline.
But also 5 feet in the air, 6 feet deep. Just knocked it.
Oh.
I mean, he just drilled it. It was a 100% clean hit.
And then some of his Giants teammates, Dart's Giants teammates, took exception.
Which is what you do.
That's what you do. You protect your quarterback. Even though it was a
From
legal
a legal hit?
Yeah,
No, it's a legal hit.
It's
They
still
didn't-
legal.
They may not have seen exactly if his toe was on the line or not.
Right.
Midfield where they
From
were standing.
midfield.
You see that hit, you absolutely go and defend your
But
Yeah.
that, of course, drew a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for going after a player who had just made a legal hit on your quarterback.
It was all awesome. Like, it was a great hit. It was so cool. It was to watch the fight. The whole thing was great. That said, I thought the don't do this went to the official. And you'll know why when you hear the audio.
As these teams go at it, I totally get the Giants rallying to his
At the end of the
defense.
play, personal foul, offense number 84. 15-yard penalty. Down counts. Third down.
You
That's
don't
right.
you don't often, every now and then your voice will crack. You don't often hit the triple play in
Personal
in
foul.
one sentence.
Let's see. Okay.
At the end of the play, personal foul, offense number 84.
There's one.
84. 15-yard penalty.
Two.
Down counts. Third down.
No, maybe
Two and a half.
2.5.
2.5.
That was so good. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, Purple says you can't have your voice crack like that on Monday Night Football. You better be on your game. Now, listen, those guys are out there screaming, yelling. It's loud as hell out there, but it made me laugh.
I didn't hear Joe Buck's voice cracking at all.
No,
He had a long day.
Joe Buck actually had one of the most.
Talked about it last week. He did hosted Good Morning America
Yep.
in New York City.
Yep.
Got on a plane.
Yeah.
Immediately after, had to go up to Foxborough and then called Monday Night Football.
It's unbelievable.
The double dip, man.
Who works like that?
Nobody. Not at that level.
He's unreal.
Crazy.
Now, is he doing it again this morning? Is he back at Good Morning America this morning, and then we'll be doing another game tonight, and then back
I don't know,
on
but I know he could.
Thursday
Crushed
morning?
I know he could
and
if he
doing
had to.
another game, and then
crushed it.
is he doing it every single day?
Nobody's doing it like Joe Buck. Nobody.
Because that would be really
Nobody in the business.
that would be really impressive if you were actually working early in the morning and then again late at night, every single day.
He's a beast, Joe Buck.
Well,
It's inspiring, honestly.
Well, he's one of one, Paul, is what he is. He's one of one.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Paulie got him in the chat last night in the text thread, too.
Just out of nowhere.
Out of
I was
nowhere,
bored. I was sitting there.
wham!
I was like, I texted you guys. I'm like, man, this is crazy. What a day
What a
for
day
Joe
for
Buck.
Joe Buck. Nobody works like this. Elite.
finally, we'll do this.
DD mega
I also,
doo-doo.
maybe in the next segment, I want to talk about Younghoe Koo's kick.
Oh, that's right.
If I'm the FBI, I'm investigating. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
He didn't touch the ball. He tried a field goal.
Exactly.
He tried a field goal
DraftKings. Prize Picks.
and-
Underdog.
and did not actually kick the foot. He didn't shank it.
He's
He
under.
just
If he's not under investigation by this afternoon, they don't care about this stuff. Fixing games in the NFL.
I mean, it was nearly like a Charlie Brown.
I've never seen anything like it.
It was worse than I think of Charlie Brown. I mean,
Purple says.
I've never seen anything like that.
Purple says I didn't realize you could balk in football, but Younghoe Koo showed us how. Watch this.
and sticks the toe right into the turf.
He's on the take. I'm sorry. That's Emmanuel Clase's bouncing sliders. This guy's out there hitting like a foot short of that ball. Somebody said, me, every time I hit a great drive down the middle, that's my wedge. I would say when I played golf a lot, 80% of the time I'd pipe one and be like, birdie coming. The chunk hit a foot behind the ball and it goes 3 feet. And you're like, God, why can't you let me hit the second shot? The second shot.
Oh, and then the next one, chip it right on.
Chip it right on.
Yeah, right.
Then putt 6-footer from
cool,
par.
putting for 5, 6.
Been playing for 40 years. It still happens.
It's the worst.
Still happens.
Dude, it's the worst.
All right, this story actually made me feel old, but I thought it was fairly cool for the subject of the story. University of Louisiana Monroe have hired a 32-year-old athletic director. You might recognize his name. It's Sean Toohey Jr., otherwise known as SJ. He was the kid from the movie The Blind Side, the one that Michael Orr protected with his arm in the car.
He's the kid. It's the kid.
The little kid.
The story was based on, not the actor.
No,
that
not
played the kid.
Yeah, not the actor that played the kid. The story was based on Michael Orr, the offensive lineman who was adopted by the Toohey family. It actually kind of ended in
they hate each other.
Yeah,
a
couple years ago, ended in a lawsuit. They dissolved the adoption, whatever. He's an adult now.
Cool.
But in the movie, he's the little kid who was really fired. Tim McGraw was his dad.
You have an incredible recall on The Blind Side. And you're talking to me, and I'm going, I barely remember.
Sandra Bullock's the mom.
Did you see it more than once?
I've seen it a couple of times.
It is on TV every day.
Yeah, it's on. I mean, but he's the cute, really cute kid who's just enthusiastic about everything, loves football, and loves his new adopted brother. And that kid is now an athletic director at a Division I college.
Getting old, buddy.
I know.
Getting old. What's his name?
Sean Toohey Jr., SJ.
The chat said brother of Hawk Toohey.
Hawk Toohey.
The movie came out in 2009, which isn't that, 16 years ago, I guess.
How old was I?
That movie
16.
can drive
How old
now.
were we? 34?
We were 34 when that movie came out.
Was not a fan when I saw that movie.
Really? It wasn't.
Yeah.
It's based on a Michael Lewis book like Moneyball.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was fine. I thought Sandra Bullock's southern accent was a little left
Leanne.
a little to be
Leanne
desired.
Toohey.
She was
Mockle?
Mockle. Hi, Mockle. No, well, that's cool and also awful because it means he's old enough to be running a program. Here we sit. Thank you, Ben.
Remember, he went to Ole Miss because his, Tim McGraw, the dad, was the big Ole Miss booster. And
yeah.
That scene where all the college football coaches came in to recruit him. And
I bet that dad's very upset today. Mr. Toohey is very upset today and was upset yesterday and has been upset. Maybe one of the guys that tried to run him off the road. I can't confirm or deny, but he might have been one of those guys.
Might be. And that's Don't and Do This for Tuesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
We didn't talk much about the NFL yesterday. It was a really, really bad Sunday in the NFL. Other than the last game was actually pretty good. We can get into that and more coming up with Ben and Woods. Quick timeout on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Even Red Zone couldn't save what I thought was an absolute snoozer of a slate this weekend in the NFL. Welcome back. Remember to listen at 9 a.m. this morning. We're going to announce another biggest fan name for your chance to qualify for a night on our Odyssey suite at a Padres game this upcoming season. 20 of your friends, all the fan staff, and catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Just register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan in order to potentially have your name called. Part of the problem is that most of the good games were played on Thursday and Friday. On Thanksgiving had 3 games. Black Friday had 1 game. So you had less options on Sunday in terms of the action. But the matchups were just kind of dismal. A lot of blowouts. Seahawks 26, Vikings nothing, 49ers 26, Browns 8, Jags 25, Tennessee 3. Chargers 31, Raiders 14. It was just bad football. There was a couple of close games in the morning. Houston beat Indy 20-16. Daniel Jones is hurt.
Is he out?
He's playing like on a broken leg.
I thought it was like a broken fibula, right?
Yeah.
Which one's that one? Is that in your...
It's in your...
What's the big one?
That's the femur.
Femur, okay.
And the fibula is the one of the two. Tibia and fibula in the bottom half of your leg.
I would think that you would need one of those.
I would think so
you need
as
all
well.
of them to play quarterback in the NFL, but he's gaming it up. Huh?
So the great game on Sunday was the Sunday night game, Denver at Washington, which is odd because Denver has one of the best records in football.
They have won 9 games in a row. 9.
And Washington is terrible. They're 3-9, and they have their backup quarterback Marcus Mariota starting because Jaden Daniels is hurt. Yet those teams looked pretty much identical. Like match them up, play for play, down for down. It went overtime, came down to a 2-point conversion that Washington failed to convert, and Denver wins again. But is it a good thing for the NFL that you have so much parity that one of the worst teams and one of the best teams are essentially the same team when you watch them play. They're the same team.
Well, I mean, isn't that the whole bit? Is any given Sunday? You know, that's the whole
That's
bit
what
of
they
the
go
NFL.
for.
That's what they're going for, and I like that actually. I think that's you better keep your ducks in a row. You better play hard every single week. I mean, even the Chargers-Raiders game was semi-close for a minute, but it ended up, Chargers pulled away with that one. But I kind of like that actually. I mean, I'm not trying to watch Now I like when I don't have a team, so when I like when my Irish play and they're up 35-3. You're like, all right, cool. I can take my foot off the gas here. But I like a good matchup seemingly every week. Now, of course, you're going to get those blowouts.
Last night, I watched the first half. I gave up after that. I couldn't care. But it was like a 20-point blowout, like 17-point game, and you just watching it. The Patriots were like bullying the Giants. They looked like they were a college team playing a JV team. They were just pushing them around. And yet it was still an entertaining game. Yeah. Like really good plays from both sides. Like I was like, this is entertaining, even in a 17-point blowout.
Two young quarterbacks that you like watching a young quarterback. Drake May's been unbelievable. He's been truly unbelievable for that team. And they have 11 wins. I mean, no one had them winning 11 wins.
I mean, their schedule has been, they've played the Raiders, the Panthers, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons, the Jets, the Bengals without Joe Burrow, the Giants.
Pretty soft, yeah.
They have had an unbelievably soft schedule. I'm not taking away anything. They're 11-2 and they've won those games.
Remember when we said this is the soft part of the Padres schedule? Do you remember us coming in here and saying, guys, everyone, breathe easy.
Yeah.
We got through the gauntlet, as we called it.
August.
And now we are in the soft part of the schedule.
Look at how many teams you're playing with losing records.
Oh my God! We're at the soft part of the schedule.
You barely have to leave California.
How'd that work? How'd that work? There is no soft spot of the schedule in an NFL 17-game season. There's just not. They're not. I mean, again, like you just said, the parity. You never know what team's going to show up. You never know how the ball's going to bounce.
It's interesting, though. I look at the playoff standings right now.
Panthers beat the Rams. Yeah, that's right.
In both conferences, there's quite a bit of separation now. For the top 7 who make the playoffs, like 7th seed in the NFC is the 49ers. They're 9-4. The Lions, who are the first team out, are 7-5. It's going to be tough for any team to, crack the top 7 who's not currently in a playoff spot. In the AFC, the Bills, Chargers, and Colts are all 8-4. The Texans are 7-5, so they're a game back. But I mean, I could see a scenario where every team that's currently in playoff position makes the playoffs.
Yeah, I pulled up the ESPN has like the playoff machine, and it's if the playoffs start today. I don't like that bid, but if the playoffs start, I didn't realize the Bears are the number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed in the NFC, man.
Because the Rams lost to the
They
Panthers.
are the number 1 seed right now.
Our homie down the hall, John Flint, is from the Chicagoland area and is a huge Bears fan and has been since I met him 15 years ago when I started down the hall from him. And you guys know John. He comes and does Take on Woods with us from time to time. He is a massive Bears fan. He came in this morning and so fired up for the Bears-Packers game on Sunday. And he goes, I had no idea. He goes, I really had no idea. And I said, I bet nobody's mad about Caleb Williams painting his nails now, are they? Because that was the whole big stick. And you know me, I loathe USC, but I was like, I'm going to support this kid because who cares what he does with his nails? Guy's gone out and delivered for that team this year. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool story.
And as it was pointed out in the chat, I mentioned the Raiders actually beat the Patriots. So one of their 2 wins is one of the Patriots' 2 losses this season, which makes no sense at all. It's just like a head scratcher in the NFL this season, but there's so much parity. I mean, which teams are actually good? You tell me. What teams are actually good?
I think the Patriots are good. So
the Patriots, which I agree with you, they're probably almost clearly the best team in the AFC. They still lost to the Raiders this season.
They did.
That's the best team you've got. The ones that are usually good, the Chiefs aren't. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
6-6.
The Bills
are good, but they're not
inconsistent.
Great. Yep.
The Colts started great. They're falling off a map. The Chargers are injury ridden. The Ravens are at 500. They're usually really good. So then you got the Jags, the Broncos, and the Patriots.
Don't you feel though?
They just all feel like frauds.
Frauds is a strong word, but don't you feel that literally anyone can win the Super Bowl. Literally anyone can win the Super Bowl other than those teams that have been eliminated.
And the Bears, you still like, are they really
Are
going to
they
be able
good
to
or are
do
they
it in
not?
the playoffs?
Right.
They haven't been there yet. The Eagles, you don't remember, they've been playing terribly lately.
What we're experiencing is the shock of the usual suspects being average, and it's a shock to the system. And then you
Buffalo,
look at
Kansas City,
you look
Baltimore,
at you look
Detroit.
at Detroit. Yeah, you look at what you look at
Cincinnati.
You look at the Denver Broncos, and you look at the Patriots, and you go, that's a fraudulent 11-2. It's a fraudulent 10-2. That's the NFL. There's no fraudulent 10-2, 11-2 teams. They're not fraudulent. All right, so
I can almost see anybody in the NFC winning
for real.
And I look at the AFC though, and I'm like, I'm not so sold on Denver even at 10-2.
Like you could see the Niners winning.
I agree with you, Paulie. I look at Denver. I watch them play with Bo Nix at quarterback, and I go, their record may say 10-2. That's not a great football team.
They get the job done.
They're just not. They've gotten the job done, but they just don't look to me like they passed the eye test.
Like Jacksonville's currently the 3rd seed with 8-4, and I'm like, really?
Is SOS strength of schedule?
Yes. Yeah.
So the Patriots have the easiest. The Bears have the second easiest, and they're both leading their conferences right now.
If you want a team that has a strong strength of schedule and has a good record, the clear best team in football is the Rams at 9-3, and then they just lost to the Panthers, who aren't terrible. They're 7-6 with a strength of schedule over 500. So
it's going to
be.
be
Panthers are sneaky good.
It's anybody's ball game,
and that was a road game for the Rams, I believe. So
wouldn't we love this in baseball? By the way. Wouldn't you love that in baseball? Or is it just you think it's just a bunch of mediocre teams?
I think this year
this last year actually
teams.
I was going to say we kind of had that.
We kind of had it in baseball this year, to be honest with you.
Have any 100-win teams?
No, there was no huge juggernauts.
Yeah.
There were juggernauts on paper for sure.
Hold that thought. We need to check traffic, but I do think parity comes both with benefits and drawbacks, and we'll get to that next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Accident has cleared on westbound 8 near Grossmont. We still have this other crash, though, west 8 near Jackson Drive. Vehicle over the right shoulder and one in the center divide. Also, collision on southbound 15 before Scripps Poway Parkway. That's blocking the slow lane. And accident on the coastline, southbound 5, just past Poinsettia. Oops, looks like that one is clear. Just watch out for a little residual slowing there.
My mom, my dad, works for Caltrans. On the freeway, right next to speeding cars. Please be careful. Flashing lights mean move over. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
I know people will argue you need super teams, you need the Tom Brady's and the Patriots and the dynasties to generate interest in your league. I don't believe that. I think you're better off in a league where every fan base feels like they have a chance, but you do want some teams to separate from the others and show that they're truly great. Like you watch them play and you go, man, that's a great team. I mean, I like watching those teams, but you don't want to have the same good teams and the same bad teams every year. I think your league gets kind of stale that way. The Chiefs, I mean, you see people have turned on them, like, reveling in their mediocrity this year.
That's what happens to dynasties. That's what happens to every dynasty. No, like we already don't like the Dodgers, but when the Dodgers dynasty starts to crumble, if it ever does, think about the glee that you will feel. This guy's out, or this guy's, like got traded, or something happened and they have to sell off. You're elated. You're elated when things like that happens. Now, I actually enjoyed watching Tom Brady play football. I enjoyed watching Patrick Mahomes play football because I've never had an NFL team. So I'm just like, I kind of appreciate what I'm seeing, take it in for it makes it more fun as a viewer, because I really don't have any skin in the game. Like I root for old Notre Dame players. That's pretty much who I root for.
In sports, though, especially in football, for me at least, like hating a team is respecting the team.
Oh, 100%.
You don't hate the Browns.
Right. Yeah, you don't hate the Rockies. I actually do hate the Rockies. But like you don't hate the worst of the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just like you're like, I feel bad for you guys, right?
They're good enough to hate.
But the thing about football that I like, for me at least, speaking personally, I can just watch the games. I just don't. It's so nice because for 162 games, you're pulling your hair out, watching baseball or college football even. But I can just appreciate the beauty, the coolness, the athletic feats of sports when I watch football.
There's really not much better in sports than flipping on a game, saying, all right, we got like 3 or 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Tied.
It's tied, or one team's down, but the other team's driving with the ball, and seeing how it's going to end up, because usually it's pretty dramatic.
Well, and I'll tell you,
it sets up for fun and dramatic finishes, which is why this weekend's games didn't really have a lot of that.
Since I stopped putting money on games, like if I miss it, I miss it. You know what I mean? That obviously when you have something riding on it. For me personally, I was like, oh, this is now I have to sit and watch, Jags Panthers. Now I'm like, oh, Jags and Panthers on. All right, I'm gonna go outside.
So I'll throw a few bets down and then turn on Red Zone 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
and that doesn't leave the TV.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right,
it's taking away some of the juice from watching the NFL.
2 hours in. Coming up in our 8 o'clock hour, we'll play Take on Woods. We'll talk about 1 year out from a potential baseball work stoppage, crossing our fingers that it won't happen. It's all coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
right, we are halfway home on a Tuesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Thanks for being here with us. Really appreciate all of you who make it a point to listen to Ben and Woods every day. Tell your friends. You guys are amazing. You're amazing. Everything I dreamed about. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. Executive producer Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. How about a little business? Let's get to a little business. Told you yesterday about the trip to Chicago that we have. You want to read that liner?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are teaming up with Hop Run Tours for an unforgettable. Let me start over. We are teaming up with Hop Run Tours for an unforgettable trip to the Windy City next summer to watch San Diego take on Chicago at one of the most historic stadiums in all of baseball. Package from Hop Run Tours will include round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations for 3 nights at a 4-star hotel, a stadium tour, and tickets to 2 games, plus a group dinner with Ben and Woods. Visit 973thefansd.com/Chicago for all the details. This special fan trip is brought to you by Hop Run Tours, who handles all the travel and event details. 97.3 The Fan is proud to promote this package.
I can't wait for this trip.
I am excited.
Our pal David J is actually in the chat right now. He said, I'll guarantee I'll never forget it.
It's unforgettable.
It's so unforgettable.
I wanted to give it a good read. I
And
feel
you
like
nailed it. You nailed it.
You know, the Price is Right, the announcer, Rod Roddy in the old
Rod
days, when he
was
would announce all
elite.
the prizes. You and a guest will fly round trip from Los Angeles to Chicago.
You missed your calling, bro, because you and Joe Davis
You'll spend 4 days and 3 action-packed nights in the Windy City.
So good. Purple says, what stadium are we touring and which teams are playing? We're actually not allowed to say. Schmubs,
San Diego,
Schmigley, the Schmubs at Schmigley Field. Okay? That's where you're gonna do. You're gonna go see the Schmubs.
There are trademark rules.
Think
Right.
chewing gum. Think baby bears.
Yeah, little Schmubbies. I can't wait for the trip.
Think the corner of Waveland and Sheffield Avenue
Okay.
on the north side of Chicago.
It would be elite, though, if people bought this trip and were like, hey, just joking. It's White Sox Twins. Here we go. Let's go tour this dump the south side, man. If you have any questions about it, ask David J. Anthony wants to know. DMJ on Twitter. But I can't wait. He texted me again yesterday and said, man, we got like 35 spots sold out, meaning I think there's only 15 slots left. Great Christmas gift for someone, the loved one in your life, a couple's trip, buddy's trip, whatever. Just excited to go out and do that. Also, coming up on the 19th of this month, I want to put it in everyone's ear right now. The 19th of December will be our 7th annual Christmas and holiday extravaganza on Ben and Woods. It's a 4-hour show. It is a party. We're going to have fun, take the day off, sit at home, drink hot cocoa with peppermint schnapps in it, and watch your boys make absolute fools of themselves for 4 hours and tell some stories and have some fun. We'll have some guests and some musical bits and comedy bits. It's just a fun day.
You booked guests?
No, not yet. I'm assuming you would. So that's why I just said. I was just putting
anybody booked.
I was putting the bug in your ear. It's my subtle way of saying get some guests going ASAP. And then I think the day before we're going to do something fun as well. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe that's the plan.
We're going to do the best of Ben and Woods, but it's
The
not
year
gonna,
in review.
Year in review. But
Yeah.
we're going to be here. We're not just going to plug it in and be like, see you guys later. And do the Ben and Woods year in review. Always a fun time. We did it a while back. We'll do the whole show, and we'll mix in any breaking Padres news. You know, if they sign Framber Valdez, we'll obviously stop down that day and get after it. But we're going to have fun.
You always want to outdo ourselves every single Christmas and holiday extravaganza.
Why
And
would
so
one want
far-
to do a worse one
I'm
than
not
you did
saying-
last year?
I'm not saying you want to, but there is a point where
No, there's not.
Where you feel like maybe you've gone too far.
No.
I don't. It's not that we've gone too far. It's just more like, how do you do it even better?
I'm not saying we're
every
there
year?
yet.
No, we're not even close.
I'm just
we're on year 7.
At some point, you're going to have to say, all right, this is good enough.
This is why you would be the worst general manager / owner in sports history. Guys, we just made the playoffs last year. What do you want? You want us to do it again?
Better?
You want us to be better than we
You want
were
us to win
last year?
more
We
than
made
90 games.
We made the playoffs. We won 90 games. You can't. I need more. I need bigger. I
Last
need
year was
better.
like a World Series championship extravaganza, though. It was
really was
phenomenal.
elite. It was elite.
It was amazing.
It was a really good one.
Amazing.
I think they've all been great.
They've all been great.
Right.
So now we got to, you got to keep bringing the heat. That's what you do. That's what you do. Like Jack White said, It's supposed to be hard. I like to make it challenging because that's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, Ben, everybody would do it. Other shows have tried to do little Christmas shows. Good luck. Good luck. That's what I want. I want it bigger and better every year. I'm not going to be satisfied till I've got you rappelling down this building in a Santa suit or something.
Exactly
You know what I mean?
I'm worried about. That's why I'm trying to nip this in the bud now before it gets dangerous.
And you've sang, you've worn a gimp
Right,
mask.
Yes.
exactly.
I mean, we've done it. We're really
Eating
We'll get to
cold
year
Olive
10.
Garden food.
Year 10, we're just going to be nude on
This
stage.
is what I'm worried. This is exactly what I'm worried about.
Yeah, last year was amazing. It was amazing. We got to be better this year. We're going to have to be better. We're going to have to do it. Knowing in typical Ben and Woods fashion, we've planned literally nothing so far. I was always better. Woodsy, you got a 7-page paper due tomorrow. I'm like, I'll get to it. And then I would crank out in my opinion, a masterpiece the night before, like stay up all night and run into class. Like, here's my paper. I just started on it yesterday. Just finished the book yesterday.
Did you ever feel guilty when you got a good grade and they thought, yeah, you must have put a lot of time and effort into this?
No, because some people operate differently. Like there are people that are like, I've had my paper written for 3 weeks and I don't function that way. I'm better under pressure than I am.
Even if I wrote my paper like a week or 3 weeks out, I would still have anxiety and nerves the night before. And I'd probably still stay up super late editing it. I'm like, bro, if I'm going to be up all night the night before anyways, might as well just crank it out then.
I'm a deadline guy.
Get it done.
I've always been a deadline guy and I always get it done, but we will be planning right up until the minute of the show.
It is possible to be an efficient procrastinator.
I am walking proof.
Procrastination doesn't mean it's late.
Correct.
It still means on time.
Correct. I am a huge procrastinator.
Always was.
But I always have been, and that's what works for me. It doesn't. I'm not a great planner. What has happened? But I think we're gonna keep up in the ante every year.
I think for me,
nervous.
I want to find the most efficient way to complete a task possible.
Right.
Sometimes that means getting it done early. Sometimes that means waiting until a more appropriate time. I wouldn't call it procrastination, but I do hate having things hanging over my head.
Oh, me too. I do too.
That's
I don't like
the
that.
part that I hate. That's why I could never really be a good procrastinator, because if I know something's due for 3 weeks and I haven't started it yet, I'm going to worry about it for the 3 weeks. I know I'll get it done, but I don't want to have that worry, like thinking about it that whole time.
Well, then I'm surprised I haven't seen your plethora of ideas for the Christmas and holiday extravaganza yet. So if you could have those on my desk ASAP, that'd be great.
Just so you can reject them.
Correct.
Back at
Exactly.
Doesn't feel that's not an efficient use of my time.
Will you please come up with 10 ideas and then we'll do them on the air?
Ooh.
We used to do a bit. So we used to do on the show.
This is like Christmas shopping. This is now
This is
stressing
getting,
me
yeah,
out.
look at him. He's getting red.
Yeah.
So we used to do. So we had these big on the first show I was ever on in San Diego, the Mikey show. Many of you listened to me there. A lot of you didn't. It was only on about a year and a half in its later iteration. But he forced us to do these brainstorming meetings once a week. Lunch was brought in. I'm not kidding when I say 4 hours. So you do a 4-hour show and then you're there till 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And everyone would have to bring 10 ideas. And the anxiety every week of coming up with 10 new ideas. But the best were Jay, our producer. And we've had Jay on this show before. He's done stuff for us. The off-the-wall stuff that he would come up with actually were the best bit. We would make fun of that, and that was a better bit than anyone could have come up with. Hey, I got an idea. I'm going to strap Mikey to the wall. I'm going to throw knives at him. What do y'all think? Blindfolded. Spin me around 3 times. I'll just throw knives at him. And I would die. And we're looking at him going, is this a serious butter knives? It ain't gonna hurt him. It might bruise him, but it ain't gonna hurt him. Just butter knives. And I'm like, Jay, you can't tie him to the wall and throw butter knives. I think it'd be funny. All right, fine. Next idea. And it would be 10 of those. Just the weirdest off the wall stuff. But making fun of those ideas was actually a better bit than anybody could have come up with.
You have this dream of attaching me to a meat wheel.
So much.
And I don't totally get it. Where does the
it
comedy come in?
The comedy is
spinning around and you're throwing like
ham.
lunch meat at me.
Yeah. I don't know
and
where
I don't
it comes
know
from.
why you feel like that's such a great idea.
I don't know either. It came to me about 3 or 4 years ago. And I said, I had a vision of Ben doing some sort of trivia. But he strapped into one of those torture wheels. right? And we ask you a question, and if you get it wrong, I can Paulie spin him. So as he spins you, I just have handfuls of like shaved ham and turkey, and I just throw them
Just
at
lunch
you.
meats. We're just slinging them.
Again, so let's say
Olive loaf.
Let's say that happens in the next couple of years. Then how do you top that? I mean, are we just cutting off a finger if I get one wrong?
We're gonna kill you. Actually.
No, we put a belt around your neck, Paulie. Pull it one more notch. He's
This is why I'm worried about trying to top yourself every single year. Because I know what some of your ideas are.
But the meat wheel hasn't even been brought to fruition yet. That's the problem. The
It's
wheel,
just a concerning trend is all I'm seeing. Is a concerning trend.
I don't know how it. I don't know it popped into my head or why. It doesn't even have to look. My fantasy would for it to be Adam, right? The Adam would be my fantasy to have him in there.
I'm just more of your realistic.
Is that
your
olive,
realistic target?
Is that olive loaf? But like you're on the show. You can do it to me. I don't care. But it's just not as funny. I would do it in a. You get a meat wheel, I'll do it. I'll sign up for the meat wheel. Take my shirt off, and you can throw ham at me.
Like an 8-foot wheel.
It would be huge, and you have to
on an
strap
axis
in,
that can like spin
around. But
it's like a torture
I
device.
also don't want to be upside down.
That's what he said.
Don't
He goes,
like being upside down.
He goes, the worst part would be the spinning. I go, I agree.
Yeah.
The meat would be good. You could catch a little bit in your mouth.
Fine.
Fine. I'll eat it.
Lunch meat? Yeah.
Lunch meat. But yeah, it wouldn't.
Charcuterie.
I wouldn't do anything like liver or or beef organs or anything like that. Like I would be good quality, like boar's head meat that you could then eat off the ground when you were done.
See, the Satan's bullet. Put a jetpack on Ben and give Woods the controls. That's terrifying.
I'm in.
I saw one of those down on the bay, those water jetpacks that people do.
Oh,
looks absolutely
terrifying. Dude. I don't think I could do it.
Oh, I would try one.
Really? You would try one of those?
It would go so haywire
It'd be
on me.
awful.
It would go so haywire on me, and I'd shoot into the ether.
So I'd fall over head first and then shoot myself straight down,
straight down into the water, and it would keep shooting you down to the bottom of the lake.
Exactly.
Get it off. So anyway, fly Ben with balloons. Put you in a balloon chair, the big ones,
Up.
up.
Hot air balloon.
So if you guys, if you have any ideas, in the meat wheel vein, or if you know how to build a giant meat wheel, let me know. We'd have to wheel that thing in here. I mean, our engineers would murder us if we had a wheel of meat.
And then you guys are going to leave right after the show, and I'm going to be stuck with
cleaning up meat.
9-foot long meat wheel. And I go, what the hell are we doing with this?
Go? What do we do with
We'll
this?
turn it into a 97.3 The Fan prize wheel. Very, very big. We have to rent a U-Haul every time we go to an event. Yeah, no, we could auction it off for charity.
Speaking of meat, this holiday season, too many San Diegans will go hungry. Join 97.3 The Fan and support San Diego Food Bank.
Here I am. Great. Now I'm wasting meat, and you're doing.
No, we'll recycle it somehow. Donate food directly online through our Odyssey San Diego Food Fund, where every donation helps feed local families. Go to 973thefansd.com/food fund and give today. Just quickly, went down to SDFC yesterday for their, always kind of sad end of season final wrap up. Mikey Varas and Tyler Heaps were meeting with each player individually about their kind of off-season plan, looking ahead to the future. And then they came out, and most of the players and Mikey and Tyler met with the media, answered some questions.
How long were you down there?
It was like 2.5, 3 hours. It was quite a long process, just because they brought so many players out. They brought Chucky out, who said, his mentality is that he's remaining with SDFC going forward. Does that mean he will definitely be on the roster next season? Not necessarily. Tyler,
he's under contract.
He's under contract. Tyler Heap said they would listen to offers, whether it was for a loan or a trade, possibly a short-term loan if they want to. That it was the idea was broached that Chucky would love to play for Mexico at the World Cup next summer, but playing for SDFC might not be his best pathway to earn a spot on Team Mexico, especially if he's not starting for SDFC. So a place where he can play, show his skills, and impress the Mexican national team coach. They could do that for the first half of the season and then have him back for the second half, maybe. So that was brought up. What struck me though is that the off season It's a month. They report for camp for year 2, January 9th.
That is unbelievable.
They are back in 4.5 weeks, essentially, to start their second season.
That's incredible, dude.
And, Mikey brought up, we're not
going to even go on vacation.
No,
yeah, it's
real.
already time to start training.
Guys said they might go
take a day off.
back a couple weeks with their family, and then they return and are back at it. They could have, as Craig mentioned this week, a Champions Cup game in January.
Hang on, 4.5 weeks?
About 4.5, 5 weeks, for the entire offseason.
Doing the math here, that's about when the Padres got bounced, was about 5 weeks ago. So the season would already be starting, opening day this week,
or at least spring training would be starting.
Sure.
When they were coming back.
Crazy.
So it's short. They will be back, and Mikey said we won't have the element of surprise. Everyone knows who we are now, what we do, our style. They will be looking at tons of film this offseason. Ways to counter our strategies. So we're going to have to come up with...
Watch the Vancouver game.
We're going to have to come up with, twists and tweaks. But he said, I will definitely take a year of experience and guys playing together, because they're expecting almost all the guys to be back.
That's so cool, because these are great guys, too. They're such easy guys,
and you won't have that learning curve of months of, hey, get to know you, get to know a new offense, get to know a team, a facility. That's all in place. So I think the advantages for year 2 far outweigh any potential disadvantages, and they think that they can take another step forward, which they made it nearly to the end of the road this year. I think the goal is to see if they can get all the way next year and win that championship.
I'm glad Tyler Heaps is the GM, because you would have met the media yesterday and said it was good enough.
Good.
Yeah, it
Good
was
enough.
good. It was great. You guys want us to do better next year? Do you guys see how good we did this year? So Tyler Heaps is a stud. Mikey Varis is a stud. I can't wait to see. I mean, again, we're 6 weeks away. It's going to be great.
And then there's the question, Anders Dreyer, there could be European teams that want to pay a gigantic transfer fee.
Buy him,
which would suck. You lose him, but you also then have massive resources to go out and sign other players.
And they will.
Because they may, hey, we'll give you $7 million or something for him, and you make a huge chunk of change on that. That's how soccer works. It's, players often get sold for transfer fees rather than traded. It's not like baseball. It's a little different. So some interesting stuff yesterday from SDFC.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. They got this town hook, line, and sinker, man. They really, really did. And I think that's what you dream about. If you're the first, it's your first year in a new market, and that's how you had it. That's how it ended. I mean, tough ending, certainly, but my God, this team was really inspiring. And again, you talk about a team to root for with good dudes on it, guys that are super easy to root for, and guys with a huge, bright future. It's fun. It's so much fun, and I can't wait for the next season to start.
I kid you not, when Luca Bombino, the 19-year-old defender, came out,
took your breath away, didn't he?
He literally came by to every member of the media, shook their hand, and thanked them.
That's amazing, dude. 19 years
Every
old.
single one of them came out and said, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Did the whole
What a
round.
stud.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
You see Darren Smith when he talks about it, you can see the stars and the hearts in his eyes. It's the funniest thing.
I said, I'm 50. This kid makes me feel immature.
Yes.
I have some growing up I need to do so I can be like this 19-year-old kid someday.
He would never get on a meat wheel. That I promise you. Never. Never get on a meat wheel.
He's serious, but, in a good way.
Yeah.
All right, we need to take a timeout. When we come back, it is time for Take on Woods. If you'd like to be our contestant, dial now. Yesterday, no one dialed, and then 40 people dialed in at the end of the break. If you dial in now, you have a better chance of getting in, qualifying for our grand prize getaway to Las Vegas. New Kids on the Block tickets, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. That is coming up next after traffic on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, gang, let me tell you real quick about Eco Water. Saw the Eco Water truck in the neighborhood again the other day, and I thought to myself, well, I hope they listen to 97.3 The Fan. They've heard me talking about Eco Water, but if not, doesn't matter. They're still going to get one of the smartest, most practical upgrades for their family, their home that they ever have. They Eco Water. It's, you think about it. You think to yourself, oh, water's water. Guys, that's not the case. It's not the case at all. This is the best water that you can possibly drink. It is in San Diego. There's a lot of hard water. They came out and did a water test at my house, and I was shocked to find out what we had been drinking, what we had been, washing our food in and bathing our children in. With Eco Water, we don't have to worry about it at all. They were the first with remote monitoring, the first with Wi-Fi and leak detection, the first with whole home automatic cutoffs that can stop leaks before they become disasters. Not just innovation, protection you can actually see and control. And hard water isn't just rough on your skin. in your hair and your body, it's destroying your plumbing, appliances, and water heater. So don't ignore it. Get Eco Water going today. Try the Soft Life and alkaline water now, just $9.95 a month, 760-350-3338, or visit ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, now we got everybody calling in. Full phone lines for Take on Woods.
Good.
All guests on Ben Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Paulie, hit the open, and we'll pick one of the callers to be our contestant. All right, Take on Woods is brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and I'm just going to reach randomly over here. Just anyone? This VJ?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you want to play a little Take on Woods?
Let's do it.
All right.
I like the attitude.
VJ,
Let's go.
good luck. If you can beat or tie Woods in our 5-question musical trivia challenge, you will qualify for our grand prize trip to Las Vegas, 2 nights at Park MGM, and tickets to see New Kids on the Block, their new residency, next year at Dolby Live at Park MGM, plus a $100 gas card. You'll get tickets to the show on June 26th, but there are plenty of dates. If you want your own tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com. All right, here's what we've got for you. VJ, your categories are A Bundle of Joy, all 2-second songs, and they all include the word joy. We've got Oldies, 5 song titles that all include the word old, and our new category, A Lot More, 5 song titles that include the word more. So A Bundle of Joy, Oldies, or A Lot More. VJ, what would you like to play?
Let's do oldies.
Oldies. All right. Yes, a few of these songs are on the older side, but what they actually have in common is they all include the word old in the title. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know an answer, you can pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question's the 2-second song. Paulie's queuing it up now. You need to give me that song title with old in it and the artist to score that point. Woods will go second. If you beat or tie him, you're into the drawing for Las Vegas. VJ, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Paul, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, the category is oldies. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, VJ. Let's take on Woods.
Old Town Road.
Bye. Pass it.
Give me half that point.
Okay. Bob Seger sings Just Take Those Old Records Off the Shelf, in which 1979 hit.
Same Old Blues.
Incorrect. In 1984, John Fogerty released which top 10 hit that sounded enough like CCR's Run Through the Jungle that he got sued by the owner of Fantasy Records?
Let's go. Man, I have no idea.
Okay,
Old Man, River.
Old Man, no, not quite. Old Man Down the Road. What has a different meaning since you've been gone in a 1965 hit by the Four Tops? Wow, we didn't even get to the last one.
I'm putting this one on you.
Why?
I think it's misleading to say a few of these songs are on the older side. Outside of the first song,
That's true. They're
the
all
oldest.
Well,
the youngest song
category
is 40 years
the
old.
The category is oldies, and I said a few of them are on the
Old
older
Town
side.
Road isn't an oldie.
That's not the oldie, but it has
That's
old
a
in the
bad
title.
category.
Old Time Rock and Roll, Old Man Down the Road. It's the same old song by the Four Tops. We didn't even get to the last last question. Let's see how Woods does. All right, VJ score is locked in.
Who was it?
VJ.
VJ?
VJ.
You don't look very happy. He's trying
to read my face.
He's trying to dupe me again.
I wasn't trying to dupe you. Just want to get through this. 60 seconds on the clock.
I'm just trying to get through this.
I'm taking shrapnel from Paulie.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. 60 seconds. Your time begins when Paul plays the music.
I spun him out.
Good luck, Woods. Let's take on VJ.
It's is that Lil Nas X? I'll come back to it.
Bob Seger sings Just Take Those Old Records Off the Shelf, in which 1979 hit.
Old Time Rock and Roll.
Correct. In 1984, John Fogerty released which top 10 hit that sounded enough like CCR's Run Through the Jungle that he got sued by the owner of Fantasy Records.
The old man is down the road.
Correct, which has a different meaning since you've been gone in a 1965 hit.
Same old song.
Correct. Neil Young sings "Look at My
Old
Life."
Man!
Correct. Go back to our 2-second song.
Old Town Road, Lil
Correct.
Nas X.
I think you got them all. That's it. 5 for 5. That song was called Oldies
Oldies.
because they all have old in the title.
I got it. I understand.
But I said they're not all oldies, but they.
And I
four
go,
of them
outside
really
of
kind
the first
are.
one, the youngest song is 40 years old.
That's a good point.
84,
They're all kind of
70,
oldies.
65.
But I had
72.
to include Old Town Road in there, and it wasn't an oldie. Otherwise, it would have been all oldies with old in the title.
That would have made
Okay.
more sense.
But I couldn't find another song that had old in the title.
That was
was
an
old. So I had to throw in Old Town Road.
Old man, look at my life. I love Neil Young.
Do you?
God, I love him. I really do.
Doesn't it annoy you a little bit?
Not even a little. That song does. I'll give you
That one
Yeah,
does.
that one bugs me to no end.
I thought it was interesting that John Fogerty, because he was in CCR.
Correct.
I run through the old man down the road. But he signed off on all of his rights to Fantasy Records. And then when he came out with that song,
They're
they
like,
said,
"Ah."
you're just copying your old songs now.
Yeah, 100%.
But he actually won that case.
As the activist thought I would miss the first. No, I that one was played. Even I couldn't avoid Old Town Road by Lil Nas X.
VJ didn't get any. He got Old Town Road. He couldn't remember the Lil Nas X part. And after that, it just didn't
fell
go
apart.
well. He didn't even get to the last one, Neil Young.
He ran out of time.
Ran out of time
Good
before we got to
Lord.
5. That rarely
Listen,
happens.
it's not for everyone.
So, Paulie didn't love that category, I don't think.
It's all right. I did 5 for 5.
You
Okay.
did. You got it. You got it again.
Very
all right.
happy.
We'll have a new category, new game for you tomorrow at the same time. We don't have any qualifiers yet for the new prize for Las Vegas.
Maybe I'm doing it to save people from seeing New Kids on the Block. Maybe I'm absolutely dominating so that no one has to
Nothing
go
wrong
see
with New Kids on the Block.
Say that.
Woods really wants to go.
Nah, I really want to
So
go.
if nobody wins and qualifies, he gets to go.
That
to
should
New
be
Kids
the
on
rule.
That
Block.
should be
That
the
really
freaking
should
rule.
be the rule. If he sweeps the month,
And
there's no qualifiers,
I-
Somebody's
then
gotta go
Woods
to
gets to go to
Vegas.
Vegas.
I get to go.
I know that probably violates some corporate,
Probably.
rules, but I totally
We
think
won't-
that seems
We won't
fair.
give you the gas card.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine a corporation breaking the rules, right?
I
mean,
will
come
go
on.
with you
All
to
right.
Vegas for New Kids on the Block.
Oh, I won't go for that.
Oh, you're just going to skip the show? I mean, there's no
Yes.
rule that says you have to go to the show.
You would
Scalp
go
the
to that?
Scalp the tickets and just go to Vegas.
You would go to that.
Again, there's nothing wrong with New Kids on the Block. They're not my favorite band, but it's not.
You're a grown man, 50-year-old man.
Yeah, they were came out in 1988.
Say they're kind of your.
I was 13.
They're
when they
more
came
your
out.
era than they are mine.
I was never a huge guy that was a fan of New Kids on the Block. But I was never man, that band is those guys are so terrible.
You weren't?
I didn't think they were terrible.
Oh, my God. All right, go to break.
All right, we'll talk about the 364 days now until the CBA expires. And
They're on the clock.
one
dude.
person we know well who's going to have a big impact on how this all goes. Coming up next on 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I get to tell you about SDFatLoss.com. My way to lose weight. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. That was the summer of 2023. We're now at the end of 2025. I have kept the weight off 2.5 years, and I did it by changing my metabolism, changing the way I ate, how I thought about food, and I give them all the credit. My counselor taught me how to lose the weight by eating real food from the grocery store, had my meals every single day, lost the weight up to a pound of fat per day, 10 to 20% of my body weight in just 60 days. And I have kept the weight off. You can as well. And right now, you can take advantage of the holiday special. Start the program now or wait until after the holidays if you'd like, but take advantage of the special now. Get it $400 off or more for the lowest prices of the year at SDFatLoss.com. You're not going to have to buy any prepackaged meals or shakes or bars. You will not take any injections, and you do not have to exercise to lose the weight. You will still become a fat-burning machine thanks to their program and the Metabolism Changer. Lower your metabolic age by up to 17 years by joining the team at SDFatLoss.com. Schedule a free consultation online. Again, sign up for the program now. Take advantage of that holiday special. Get the best prices of the year at SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by U.S. Wellness Meats. You need a sponsor for a meat wheel? Skip the fillers and preservatives in food and choose 100% grass-fed and pasture-raised meats from the trusted family farms at U.S. Wellness Meats. Free shipping on orders over 15 pounds. Get 20% off your first order at U.S. Wellness Meats. So get free shipping, 20% off all the meat you can possibly throw at me.
See that
at
meat?
The
I want to
extravaganza.
I want to eat that meat. I would get the the lower quality. That still tastes good, by the way. Did you ever eat? Speaking of, you haven't, Polly. I bet you have at some point. You ever eat Carl Buddig ham? You ever get the Carl?
One, I think I did. Yeah, it
was literally like 60 cents for we used to eat it in college. Pretty sure it's made of it was made in a lab. I'm 99%
I don't know
sure.
what fillers and byproducts are, but
See,
that's what's in it.
When I was 19 or 20, I didn't care about fillers or byproducts. I did not care at all. It's like, does it taste pretty good? Is it 69 cents for a package? Then done. Let's get a bunch of those and we can eat those for a month.
I mean, my mom would always buy the Oscar Mayer bologna.
Yeah, Oscar Mayer.
Yeah, in the package where you'd like lift the seal and then you'd pull out a slice and you'd eat it, and you'd have you kind of this coating, this film, coat your mouth.
Bologna film. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just rip it raw?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just one.
Roll it up. Just roll it up and just eat it.
I never did that with bologna. I had to actually fry my bologna, but I did it with every other lunch meat you could have imagined.
You know what I really do is I do kid charcuterie, where I get the piece of bologna and a piece of string cheese, and
wrap it up together.
I still
and
do
eat
that.
it.
Yeah,
I still do. I do turkey wraps all the time.
It's like kid charcuterie.
Yeah, somebody just said, Elisa just said, Carl Buddig is the struggle meat. Yeah, it is. It is. And I'm not judging you because, by the way, if you brought me a Carl Buddig sandwich right now, I would crush it. It tasted that good. It was literally like 70 cents. Paul, you never had Carl Buddig?
No.
Never?
No.
Did you eat like the Oscar Mayer ham?
I didn't eat a lot of ham.
You didn't eat a lot of ham. I was a ham guy. Did you
like
ham?
I don't dislike ham, but I prefer.
I don't like it.
You don't like
more
ham?
Italian cured meats like salamis and those kind of.
I remember my dad
sandwich meats.
My dad used to buy the
capicola.
I think it was. I don't know what kind of meat it was, but it had like the little peppercorns in it. You remember that from Oscar Mayer? It had like what was it? Was it salami? Maybe salami but they were big. They were big.
Bigger peppercorns.
It was a bigger slice of salami with
not the
peppercorns in it.
pistachio or the olive loaf, though.
No, I
With
wouldn't eat olive
peppercorns.
loaf. Yeah, they had like peppercorns in it.
Because you don't like olives.
But what kind of meat was it? It wasn't turkey.
No,
it
I
might
don't
have been.
think so.
Was it ham?
Yeah, mortadella has pistachios in it, I think.
Something in it. Yeah. Anyway.
Turkey was my go-to for the lunch meat. Never huge fan of ham. I would do like Christmas ham or something was fine. But
Do you like a slice of Christmas ham? You'll eat that?
It's fine. It's not my preferred, but it's okay.
Okay.
But, roast beef, never got super into those.
Oh, I love roast beef sandwiches.
And I was mostly a turkey guy.
I'm actually surprised your mom would buy Oscar Mayer. I'm
Yeah, back
surprised.
in the day.
Everybody
that's
did.
what everyone did. That's what everyone did. All right. Ominous headline yesterday. ESPN. Will there be baseball in 2027? 1 year out from the end of the current CBA deal between owners and players. And as I mentioned, we know someone quite well who's going to have a big say in that. We'll get to that coming up after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Got a few problems here, guys. One of them is the stalled car partially in the fast lane northbound 805 just before H Street. Also westbound 8 before the 805 stalled SUV in the slow lane. And we got this collision on southbound 15 just past Gopher Canyon. It's in the center divide. Now listen up for this very important message from the kids at Caltrans.
My mom, my dad, works for Caltrans. On a freeway, right next to speeding cars. Please be careful. Flashing lights mean move over. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
So Jeff Passan, Jesse Rogers, Alden Gonzalez teamed up for what essentially an FAQ on the potential MLB work stoppage that would start on December 1st, 2026. So 364 days from now. And even as someone who follows this rather closely, I learned some things as well about the process and how it's going to look. They asked questions like, well, is there any chance the two sides could come to an agreement before the deadline? And the answer was, well, there's always a chance, like the chance that Lloyd Christmas had with Mary Swanson. It's very unlikely that we will see a deal prior to December 1st. Like no threat of a stoppage. Everyone's kumbaya and happy and gets it all done very reasonably. It's almost certainly going to come to deadlines need to happen. And
you mean not good, like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
It's the best.
Yeah!
So good.
Elite.
What is the timeline for negotiations between now and December 1st? So they've had preliminary meetings, but usually around spring training is when they really start negotiating seriously and exchanging proposals, and that'll be going on throughout the baseball season next year. Now, here's one that I found very interesting. So who are the primary names that fans should know on both sides? For the league, Dan Halem, deputy commissioner, is their lead negotiator. Of course, Rob Manfred is the ultimate authority. And then there are certain owners who are members of the Labor Policy Committee, headed by Rockies owner Dick Monfort, Hal Steinbrenner of the Yankees, John Sherman of the Royals, Jerry Reinsdorf of the White Sox, Ray Davis of the Rangers, Jim Pohlad of the Twins, and Mark Attanasio of the Milwaukee Brewers. And then the rest of the owners have their votes as well, but those are the key owners.
Those are the guys in the room.
Those are the guys, on the committee that will meet.
proxy.
Yeah, they will then pass on the news to the rest of the owners, but they're the ones in charge. On the players' side, the deputy executive director of the Players Association, Bruce Meyer, is the lead negotiator. Tony Clark is the ultimate authority. He's the head of the Players Union, but there is a 38-member executive board of players. And then above that, there are 8 elected high-ranking subcommittee members. So the players who have the biggest say, they are Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal, Chris Bassett, Pete Fairbanks, Cedric Mullins, Marcus Semien, Brent Suter, and Jake Cronenworth, who are the top 8 players who will be passing along the information to the rest of the union and shaping how players will think about potential deals and proposals that are made by the owners.
Our adorable little second baseman, Jake Cronenworth, in there at the
highest levels,
the big kids table,
the highest of levels.
Wow.
And those are the players who will now. every player can have their own opinion and say, I don't agree with you,
Yep.
and vote no or yes or whatever. But let's be honest, what these 8 guys say to the rest of their teammates, to the other players, is going to carry an awful lot of weight. If they're not on board with something, rest assured that they will be able to convince probably most of the rest of the players to not get on board. If they do get on board, then, most of the players in their clubhouses will probably follow suit. So those are the 8 guys that owners are going to have to convince that they can work out a deal and, avoid a work stoppage at some point.
Yeah, we've seen this too many times in this great game of ours that we love so much. It drives me crazy and I think it drives most fans crazy because, all right, guys, you got a year, figure it out. No one cares. Like millionaires against billionaires these days when everybody's struggling. It's really tough to stomach sometimes as a fan, because you're out there trying to make ends meet. And I'm always going to side with the players. Always. It's well documented. You're best served getting this thing done and not locking out. You're just best served.
But again, this is like a game of poker.
It is.
Both sides probably have private thoughts. Like, we can probably give a little bit here.
Yeah,
and
of
we
course.
want more on this.
But we don't want to give them
But you're not going to tell them right now
Correct.
that we'll give here because you want to feel like, well, we squeezed that concession out of you when all along, like, that was an area where we were probably going to give a little bit to get in a different area, which is why it's so hard to get a deal done because everyone's going to keep their cards very close to the vest for as long as possible. And until the work stoppage starts and the lockout would probably be imposed like it was last time on December 1st, that stops all free agent signings, trades, everything. Then things get really serious. And then, you get to where spring training would have started. And then it's a story every day in baseball. Like, oh, hey, we would be at spring training today, but we're not. And it's because of the labor. And then they both start feeling the pressure. And then you get to around early March and they get to a date where they go, if we don't start by now, there's no way we can get to opening day on time. And that's really the drop dead date that fans care about.
No, they don't. I disagree. I think if you get through the World Series, Thanksgiving comes, there's 5, 6, 7, 8 days till the deadline expires. And I know, like, you're panicked as a fan. We've been through this. Like,
it's going to happen. There's going to be a lockout. Yeah. It's going to happen. The question is, will they miss games or not?
I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll come back with the Reindl Report and our biggest fan announcement for a Tuesday. All coming up next. Final hour of Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. I'm worried when you said you feel like fans are going to start getting upset in late November.
Oh yeah,
because that's going to be a long couple of months.
It always is. It always is a long couple of months.
December and January are going to be difficult.
The barbs come out, and then you start to see people saying, that's it. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't afford groceries. And here are these guys, all parties, and they're whining about their millions and billions of dollars. And it's hard. It's a hard thing to navigate.
But remember, it happened, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago? And
can they do one that's like 20 years long so we don't have to worry about this till we're dead?
That's what we all said about the last one. I wish it was longer because we're going to have to do this again in 2026, going into 2027. And here we are. We're going to have to do it again. But
it was the 2022 year, I think.
Yeah,
right?
but when it happened, and remember, they had to push back opening day a week and play some doubleheaders to make up for it. You don't really remember necessarily missing anything. You feel like, they played that season. Padres ended up going to the NLCS. It worked out fine. It just was uncomfortable for those months while they were in lockout.
The only thing
negotiating.
The one that makes me the part of it that makes me the most nervous about this one is the owners seem pretty dug in on salary cap. And some of the players I think are dug in on salary floor. And so that's different. This is going to be a different one. This is one where you look at it and go,
players have always been dug in on no salary cap.
Correct.
And owners have always wanted it.
Oh, they've wanted it.
And they're going to take the hardest line possible now.
Right.
Because when they back off of it, it'll seem like a win for the other side. So
it's true. It's true. This one feels different. And again, I don't blame the Dodgers, for that. But I think, you could blame. I know that the other owners tried to blame Peter Seidler, when he wanted to spend a bunch of money and go get Aaron Judge and Trey Turner and was willing to pay that money to do it. Other owners got really, really mad about that. So I think, the Dodgers are probably going to end up being the scapegoat for a lot of these teams. But it seems like it's almost like they want it so badly. They want to get on that level with the other leagues and figure out a way to do it, which is a whole new set of problems for us. Ben, you thought Ben-splaining things was hard. Wait till you have to become a baseball capologist, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing it.
So I'm going to give you an example from yesterday. First, though, we have to give our biggest fan name out. Let's do that right now. 833-288-0973. This is only for the person whose name I'm about to announce. You'll have 10 minutes to call us back and qualify for our grand prize. 20 tickets for you and your friends, a night in our Odyssey suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. And this morning's name is Ruben Gonzalez from Chula Vista. Ruben Gonzalez from Chula Vista, you're on the clock now, 833-288-0973. Have another chance this afternoon at 1 and again at 5:30. You just have to register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. When I was at SDFC yesterday, they talked about the Inter Miami kind of turning into the Dodgers of MLS because they spend way more than every other team on their designated players. Now, the rest of the team, the rest of the league, there's a salary cap. It's very strict. We've seen SDFC working, with their general allocation money and how they have to, keep everyone under the cap, but you get 2 free spots, or 3 actually, I believe. SDFC signed Andres Dreyer and Chucky Lozano.
Okay.
Obviously, Inter Miami signed Messi and a couple of other players, and for way more than the other teams are spending. And the talk is, if Inter Miami wins easily this year, are they just going to keep doing this?
Be back-to-back for them?
No, they lost in the playoffs last year, which is why everyone didn't panic. But this year, they've kind of cruised through the playoffs. They dominated in their last round. If they blow out Vancouver, you're going to hear the same thing in soccer going, is it good for soccer to have this one team that spends twice as much as even the second highest team, which is what is happening kind of in baseball now with the Dodgers? They've won 2 in a row. If Miami wins and they win again with all the money spent, you're going to have a lot of 29 other unhappy teams are going, we can't compete financially with this team. And when you get teams that are both rich and smart and put it together, it's great for that one team. The rest of the league is finding out that it's not so fun to be in a league with a smart, rich team that can cudgel you with money and then fills in with, intelligent decisions everywhere else. It's like an unbeatable combo.
Well, and intelligent decisions are made more intelligent when you can afford to have massive misses, right? If you can have a massive miss, if you can have 8 massive misses on your roster, which, by the way, Andrew Friedman has had misses. He has absolutely had misses. He has thrown bad money after players. But when you have the ability financially to say, don't pitch him. Just don't pitch. Oh, he had a hemorrhoid. So Tanner Scott, he had a hemorrhoid. That's true. He had a hemorrhoid. That's why I didn't play. He had hemorrhoid removal surgery is what I read. True story. Because remember, it was a lower half surgery. He had a hemorrhoid. And they're like, okay, don't pitch him. Any other team in the playoffs. Hey, by the way, no Mason Miller, guys. Sorry. He's not pitching well. Let's create something. Like, no other team can stomach that and can have those misses. So of course you're always going to look more intelligent when your misses don't really count against you, and it doesn't hurt you. You're like, they could literally sign anybody they want, and they're like, a guy gets hurt day one. All right, we'll be fine. We can absorb it. Not every team can absorb mistakes,
but and Tyler Heaps made the point yesterday. That's 3 of your 11 players on the field that you can spend on. They had to do a good job in finding their other 8 and staying under the salary cap, and they have. The Dodgers don't have that constraint. They spend a lot on pretty much every position, but hey, they did draft and develop some of their players. Andy Pages had a really good season for him. Not a great postseason, but had a really good season for them without being expensive. That was just a guy they drafted and developed or signed and developed. And they've had a couple of those successes as well, but you're right. It's easier when you can make mistakes.
When you can make a $16 million mistake in Michael Conforto, and like a $16 million mistake to us, that's tremendous. And we're seeing the effects of some of the mistakes we've made.
I was thinking that it's not even a mistake per se, but like Roki Sasaki, didn't start well.
Very little money for him,
and they were able
to
bury him down. I'm saying, if San Diego were to sign him, bro, we would have ran him until he couldn't throw a baseball anymore because we're like, we need you. And it wouldn't have gone well. We all know that. And nobody has that luxury to be like, just throw him in Arizona for a few months and let him figure things out.
Yeah, it's exactly right. And again, they're not doing anything wrong. They just have that ability to do that. And so I don't even know where we were going with that, to be honest with you. But I think it's a salary cap in baseball and a salary floor in baseball. It interests me just for the chaos. I don't think it's feasible. I just don't think it is.
But it is, because they do it in every other sport.
I understand, but there's 162 of these things, man, and I don't know. Like, how do you even attempt to do it? You grandfathered in? Like, where do we start? Where does everybody start? What's the floor?
I think I've always said, and I know Paulie's got his Reindl report. I've always said, if you put in a salary cap, the first one has to be insanely high. Like, only the Dodgers are even close to it at the first one.
Like 5.
And then
500.
Over years, maybe not that high, but 400. But really high, yeah. And then over the, as time goes and, salaries continue to increase, the salary cap doesn't really increase. And all of a sudden teams are starting to bump their heads on it. And it has an effect 4 or 5 years down the line on a long-term deal. That way, none of the current players really feel the pain. They all get, well, you know what? I'm still going to sign as much or more than I was, and I'll pass that salary cap on to the guy who's currently in junior high. And one day he'll wish I didn't sign this salary cap deal, but we're still going to make a lot of money, and it's not a big deal, and it's probably good for the health of the sport. That is the only way that I see a salary cap happening, is that it's so insanely high that it doesn't affect any player who's currently in baseball, but down the line in the future, it reins in some costs for owners for the next generation of stars who are currently in college or, just starting in the minor leagues, not getting a vote on this thing at all right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it sucks.
All right, Paul, you want to get to some headlines a little bit late? Thank you.
Done with your Dodgers?
Hey,
content?
Take your time.
Yeah.
Extend it if you need to.
Really?
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to extend this if we need to. Yeah.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Hey, happy birthday to our beloved Welsh friar.
Happy birthday.
It's his
Welsh.
birthday, and he's over in Wales. It's late at night, and he's up early watching. Ben and
Birthday's
Wes.
almost over.
Happy birthday, buddy.
All right. One note on yesterday, we spent a lot of time talking about Lane Kiffin and all of the drama that went into his decision to leave Ole Miss and go to LSU. And I saw something I was reading on Awful Announcing yesterday. They were reporting about there's one little comment that Lane Kiffin made throughout all of this where he said, I talked to some mentors of mine and picked their brain. Totally normal thing to do, by the way, making a big decision like that. He called Pete Carroll. He said he talked to Nick Saban. I think he said he talked to Ed Orgeron. But it was the Nick Saban one that got people going, Nick Saban now works for ESPN.
Yes.
He is a commentator on College Game Day, one of their insiders.
He's fantastic,
He's really
by
good.
the way.
He's really good. ESPN is very much in bed with the SEC. They have a lot of money invested into college football and in particular the SEC. Is there a conflict of interest in one of their broadcasters, Nick Saban, giving advice on taking a potential coaching job in the SEC?
No.
I mean,
his mentor.
I think he has to be allowed to ask someone that was
100%.
important to him what he thinks.
Yeah, the guy that
Nick
taught him
Saban
how
should
to
give
coach.
him his
honest
authentic
opinion.
advice. I mean, he's already in the SEC.
Yeah,
so he's not
right.
He's not going from somewhere else. Oh yeah, you need to leave the Big Ten to join the SEC
Right.
because we got the games on ESPN or anything. I'm okay with it.
I am too.
I think it's more of just the appearance of people are always looking for the appearance of conflict of interest, but
I think so. I mean, I was reading through it and I'm like,
I thought it was interesting how all the coaches pretty much said, "Yeah, I take the job." They all said,
that's the
Does that
place.
surprise you?
"You should go to LSU."
That surprise you?
Not one of them. I don't know. When you give
There's no
advice,
surprise
what
there.
would you say? You'd say, "What would make you happy?" Like,
Yeah. What would make you happy?
I mean, don't always be chasing the extra buck. What would make you happy? You seem like you're pretty happy at Ole Miss. Is that really the smartest thing to do? Is to leave for something else, something unknown? They all said, "Yeah, go chase the brass ring even more."
Yeah, go get the money, go get the resources, and he did say yesterday LSU is the best job in college football. He may be right. I have no idea, but
They're certainly on that level.
they're on
though.
that level.
And Ole Miss isn't.
Yeah,
They're closer.
He
than
got
a
them
lot of
closer
schools,
than
but-
they got him closer than they ever been. Really,
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. And then let's see here. Another football note from the weekend that we never got to. Did you guys see? This story cracked me up in Detroit. Now, we talked a little bit about the Lions and parity in the NFL. The Lions, one of those teams that you had high expectations for. They've been killed with injuries, and it just they haven't looked great this year. Well, former Pro Bowl center for the Lions, Frank Ragnow, he retired over the offseason, but there's the clause in these contracts where if you come out of retirement, your previous team still holds your contractual rights.
Right. Yeah.
You can't, if you had
Can't
years
get out of
left,
a contract by
you
retiring.
can't retire and then sign with the Patriots.
I'm signing with the Patriots, right?
So he's sitting here at home for the whole season and he's watching his beloved Lions and they're just dropping like flies. And he said, "Damn it, I'm back.
I got to get back.
I'm coming out of retirement." He's a fan favorite. It's a feel-good story. Until he showed up to Lions headquarters for his physical, which he failed. He failed it. Like the team even put out a statement. They said, "No, Frank Ragnow was here. We were going to do this.
We're going down the road."
He failed it with a grade 3 hamstring strain, which from what I was able to read, basically means like ruptured. Surgery to repair. They're almost like, how did you walk here, like into this building?
He
He had a
came with
grade
it?
3 hamstring. He got off his couch at home and said, "I'm coming back."
Coming
to the NFL.
back.
with a grade 3 hamstring.
They're like, bro, you shouldn't
strain.
be able to walk.
Yeah, and he showed up, and they go, "Thanks, but this isn't going to happen.
We're gonna pass." He's the center.
He's got to be in agonizing pain, right? You didn't think that would be a bad idea. Like
the mind was willing, the body was not.
Don't you even maybe go out in the backyard and stretch it out a little bit? Just see if you're gonna see if you still got it.
Just don't. It's grade 3. Means it's ruptured. I could probably go.
Does he just want the credit of hey,
the
at least he
good guy
wanted
that
to come
tried.
back? Hey, he's gung ho.
Inspired.
I love
the
that
team.
guy. I love that guy.
Man, that's tough. I thought you meant he went and then hurt it.
That's what I was thinking.
He showed up.
Just showed up
basically.
Hurt.
A grade 3 hamstring strain, which is very hard to say quickly. A complete tear of the muscle requiring immediate medical attention. Symptoms include severe pain,
So he should have been at the
significant
hospital,
swelling and bruising.
not at a tryout for the Detroit
Right.
Lions.
Frank, why are you limping? It'll be fine.
Can
we take a look at it?
I slept on it weird.
Yeah, I slept on it weird.
It should be fine.
That one hurts, Paul.
I don't know. It made me laugh.
Slept on it weird hurts. I don't think we can make those jokes anymore, unfortunately.
Nah.
Our beloved. I was on Instagram yesterday and follow Michael King and his wife Sheila. Lovely people. Talked to them about some of their charity work before, many times, and posting pictures of their beautiful new baby. And I almost wanted to write back, please come back. Just please come back. You don't want to pack your
He was
stuff
on
again.
the fence, and your Instagram message pushed him over the edge to come back to San
Sheila,
Diego.
I'm not trying to beg you, but you don't want to pack those boxes again. You don't want to find a new place. You have a baby now. Raise her here. What better place than here to raise your child?
You say
Sheila?
that now, but the Padres have one bad week in May, and all of a sudden you are lighting them up.
That's true.
So
Everything's good now. Wait until May.
I decided against it. I thought it wouldn't be smart to do, but I really, really thought about just how about some Michael King re-signed. She said, "Oh, here's some whatever their daughter's name is, content to brighten your day," and it did. Beautiful baby. I was like, "How about a little Michael King re-signs the Padres content to brighten my day? Please stay.
I'll say it. Please come back.
Please come back,
King.
Michael. I'll say it on the
Sheila.
air.
Yeah, please come back.
Please come back. Just stay right here. We can make it work."
He'll be the guy I miss the most.
He not only is he a phenomenal human being, he's an excellent pitcher. So yeah, that one's gonna hurt. That one's gonna stay.
I'm just thinking about that Lions player. Dan Campbell seems like one of the better coaches in the NFL. Just humans. He seems like a good dude.
Yeah, great dude.
I can also see he screams football guy.
Yeah.
And I can see him. I don't care about any hamstring. He's fine. He's fine.
If he
Get
wants
him
to
in
go, you give him a shot to go.
Just give me one of those wheeled leg things, and I'll go out there and
On
I'll
the knee.
block. You just have one and go.
Probably love the
freak
eye
me
wash. Yeah. All right. Finally, we'll wrap it up here. I have a short clip from a Coca-Cola commercial that is the reason why Johnny Cash's estate is suing Coca-Cola.
Okay.
They are using it was filed in Tennessee under the new Elvis Act, which protects a person's voice from being used without permission.
Okay.
That's happening all over the place nowadays with AI and everything. So you listen to this commercial and you tell me if you think Johnny Cash's estate, his family have a case here. This is not Johnny Cash. It's a Coca-Cola commercial for college football. Sure sounds like Johnny
This
Cash.
is a little song called Saturday Morning Coming Down, not Sunday morning
Right.
coming down.
Totally
Okay,
different.
completely different.
There you go. Dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun.
See, it's different.
I stand alone with fire inside. With passion burning in my veins.
No, I don't think they got a shot.
You don't think they have a case?
I don't. A lot of people sing that way. I can think of 5 guys off the top of my head that sing that way. Nick Cave sounds like that. My brother-in-law can sing like that. I mean, it sounds like 100 different people.
Jelly Roll.
How dare you? How dare you?
A lawyer for the Cash estate said Coca-Cola is pirating Johnny Cash's voice in a nationwide advertising campaign. He called it theft of his integrity, identity, and humanity. They would like damages, and they want the ad to stop running.
I don't think
Johnny Cash's estate going to sue every country music artist.
Yeah, for singing like
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, everybody has a little of that.
The actual singer, his name is Sean Barker. He's an impersonator.
He's
he
actually
was hired
Johnny
for
Cash
the ad.
impersonator. Is that right?
He's I don't know that he's a
This one's called-
specifically. I think he's a voice actor.
This one's called Square Fire. I wrote it myself.
Says he was thrilled for the gig, and he. Oh no! Yeah, he's a Johnny Cash.
All right.
He spent 20 years performing as a Johnny Cash impersonator.
A little smoke there. A little smoke.
They kind of buried that part of it. They said, "Oh, he's just an impersonator." I'm like, "Well, is he a Johnny Cash?" Yeah, no, he's a Johnny Cash impersonator.
Can you sing like Johnny Cash? Everyone can kind of do it.
Yeah.
Can't they?
I hear the train a coming.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
That's perfect. It's absolutely passable as Johnny Cash. I don't know anybody that can't, to be honest with you. You know?
Go deep, go twangy.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
Well,
Yeah,
now you're
so
being sued.
play it again. I want to hear it one more time.
Stand alone with fire inside. With passion.
That sounds like Elvis to me.
That part,
That sounds like Elvis.
the first like 3 seconds, we've already mentioned, we've said his name, but I feel like if I heard that for the first time, I'd be like, that sounds like Johnny Cash.
See,
But I
Tony
don't know
says
that it's legal.
Johnny
enough
is one of one. There's no question. He's one of one. But singing with a deep baritone voice is not, it's not just Johnny Cash that does that.
I hear the
There's
train
only
a
4
coming.
vocal ranges, right? I mean, you're in one of them.
Yeah.
Bass, baritone, tenor,
and
alto and
alto.
soprano.
Alto,
So 5,
soprano,
right?
5.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't think they have much of a case. I mean, if they're ripping off his song, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
just sings like him.
Just sing, hey, you sound like Johnny Cash, so
It's
you
an
owe me
homage.
money.
I don't know.
If anybody,
I stand alone.
I mean, he does sound a little bit like him. But if anybody sounds like Ben Higgins, you should sue Joe Davis for ripping off your shtick,
Sound
your
like Joe
schmaltzy
Davis.
announcer shtick.
Joe Davis.
Joe Davis.
By the way, has anyone ever acknowledged, like, you thought the cola wars were unwinnable? Like, we were growing up. Coke
they
versus
were
Pepsi.
huge.
Coke versus Pepsi. At some day, Coke won, and I don't know
Did
when
they
it
win?
was. I don't know. I don't see Pepsi's.
Yeah, they won.
I mean, Pepsi exists, but they're on a different level now. I like Coke somehow won the cola wars, and no one even let me know. Just happened over the years.
I mean, I prefer it, but I don't think they won, did they?
I don't know, Pepsi feels like it's more on the level of RC now.
Isn't Dr. Pepper a Pepsi product?
Some of the other colas certainly yes, but in terms of the straight head-to-head cola, it's over. I'm declaring a champion.
If I gave you the stock prices for each company, would that
Yeah, that would help.
lead you to think one was better than the other?
Mhm.
All right, Coca-Cola is currently at $70.62 a share.
Okay.
PepsiCo.
PepsiCo, $146.96 a share.
Really? More?
They're
for
like
Pepsi.
over double
Now,
Coca-Cola.
there could be way more shares of Coke, and that's not necessarily a complete indicator.
I would have guessed. My guess would have been Coke tripled Pepsi.
I would have thought so
That's
too.
Totally the opposite.
There you go. Thank you, Paulie. Excellent Reindl Report today.
We will come back, give away some tickets. San Diego State basketball game tomorrow night at Viejas Arena. They need a bounce-back win, and they need it badly. It's coming up next after a quick check of traffic with Benna Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, Woods and I want to remind you during this holiday season, as you look at your family members and think, what would happen if I was gone? Would they be taken care of? Would they have my wishes known to them? You can do this all online, simply and easily, with no fuss of going to a lawyer's office.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And getting that peace of mind is something that you really can't put a price on. It's absolutely necessary. If you've got a family, make sure you go to trustandwill.com. Use the code FAN when you check out. They're going to give you 20% off of your trust or will. Keep your family out of probate court by getting that trust. It's lengthy. It's expensive. You don't want it. They've already been through enough.
If you have kids, you can name guardians for your kids. You do not actually get to choose who raises your kids unless it is written down in a legal document. You can do that as well at trustandwill.com. Again, use code FAN at checkout, get 20% off, make 2025 the year you finally get it done and get that peace of mind going into 2026 at trustandwill.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
The 1904 Padres in our chat actually works for PepsiCo. Says they own multiple brands. Very successful business. But according to AI, just the direct cola sales, Coke vastly outweighs Pepsi on just the cola sales.
Do you remember what was the Pepsi challenge?
I remember Pepsi challenge, but I don't remember what it was. Drink a Pepsi?
No, it was like drink a Pepsi versus
drink a Coke and tell me which one you think tastes better.
Yeah.
I really don't drink any sodas at all anymore.
It's the one thing, man. It's like my I have like 2 vices left, and that's one of them. And I've cut way down, like way down from where I used to be. Man, over the holiday, like the Thanksgiving holiday, had a little turkey sandwich, ice cold Coca-Cola right there, did the trick. I wish I could kick it. I wish I could just kick it entirely. And now we've stopped giving our kids any. It used to be like, oh, we're at it in and out. You can have a Sprite or whatever. Now we've just stopped entirely. They're furious. They're beyond furious.
So you let them have like lemonade?
Every now and then.
Okay.
But it's water, milk.
Still sugar water though. Water, milk, or what you allow them.
Yeah, lemonade
water,
and stuff
milk.
like that. The water's not sugar water. It's just water.
No, but lemonade is sugar
Right,
water.
right. It's not that much healthier for you,
Not really.
if at all. Even juice, but it's just, I love soda. Like I love soda, and you can't drink it. It like literally rots your inside. So it's hard. You don't drink any?
Not really. One of my few success stories in giving up something that I used to love and drink a lot of.
What was your drink? You just drink big gulps?
I could drink a big gulp. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I never went for like
Really?
the fountain big gulp.
Oh,
ever.
Fountain Big Gulp, loved it.
You stop on
Cherry
the way to
Coke,
work.
Sunkist. I loved orange soda quite a bit.
Do you imagine drinking a big gulp of Sunkist?
Ah.
It's probably
Squirt was one of my favorites. It's grapefruit flavored.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Grapefruit flavored.
Polly?
I mean, I already have him saying that a few times, but not like that.
Not like that.
So thank you.
So you would like stop on your way
It's
to
one
work?
of my favorites as well.
7-Eleven. Yeah.
7-Eleven on the way to work, get a big gulp of
Have it at my
cherry
desk.
Coke.
Yeah.
And just suck it down all day.
Yeah.
You know how much sugar's in that?
I know.
Like a whole bag, I think. Like an entire bag of sugar. It's like 80 grams of sugar in there. It's insane.
And I couldn't stand any diet drinks.
I can't either.
Lou in the
Artificial
chat says,
sweeteners. Couldn't do
stop
it.
soda for a month and then go back. It'll taste like straight corn syrup.
It's not true. I've done it.
No.
It tastes delicious.
When I was
Tastes delicious.
when middle school and high school, I stopped drinking soda for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Then I had a carbonated drink. I think it was Hawaiian Punch, carbonated punch or something. But it was just the carbonation alone. I remember I was like 17. You take one sip, I spit it right out. Like it was like a instinct. Like your body just naturally spit it out. It tasted horrendous.
I've quit soda for a couple of months and walked by like lusting after it and been like, I'm gonna get you in me again, and I can't wait. I'm doing it. I'll see you soon. And the minute I had one, I was like, like it's the greatest thing ever. The greatest. It's such a weakness. Somebody in the chat said spindrift. Now that's a funny joke. It's a very funny joke. The North County mom's birthday party drink of choice. Spindrift. You guys
Are
ever
those the seltzers?
Yeah, they're horrible. They're horrendous.
Those are the alcohol-free ones.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
everyone drinks alcohol seltzers now. Hard seltzers.
Hard seltzers.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
High noons. I mean, everywhere.
Everywhere you go.
They're more.
Well,
I think they're more common than
beer.
like Bud Light.
I
now.
know. There's no question.
At least in San Diego.
I can't go eat because I don't eat fast food much anymore at all, ever. I can't tell you last time I had Mickey D's. I can't tell you last time I had Taco Bell. I've cut most of that crap out. I'll get In-N-Out every now and then. But when I go to In-N-Out, I can't go to In-N-Out and have a water. Like I have to have a Dr. Pepper or something with me.
I don't order a drink anymore.
I have to do it
if
man.
I do. Yeah.
I can't do it. And you're a Diet Coke guy.
Yeah.
How many do you still drink it?
Yeah.
Like one a day?
Probably like one every couple days.
One every couple days?
Yeah, maybe. Depends on. Like right now, holiday, we still have a couple of Diet Cokes from the weekend.
Yeah, well, I see what I do is I buy those little cans.
The minis.
The little minis.
Yep.
Better for you.
Yeah, you know what I did when I had my turkey sandwich? Guess what? I had two of them. I was like, what is this doing? I should have just bought the big
You
one.
pop it open, it's like 2 drinks.
Yeah, it's literally
Sip,
two
sip,
sips. You're
sip,
like,
sip.
I'll grab another one. I'm going to burn through these anyway.
It's the perfect size for quenching the craving, but it's not a good size for like actually drinking with your meal. You need,
now,
like,
guess what I'm fiending for? An ice cold DP.
I never liked Coca-Cola.
If I do go, I'll like an Arnold Palmer with like 80% tea is really my
legit.
That's what I do now.
It's
like
legit.
80% iced tea and just a little 20% top off of lemonade.
Very delicious.
Yeah.
Pretty refreshing.
Yeah, very
Not
refreshing.
really that bad for you because it's mostly iced tea. So
all right.
I could quit every soda except for like Diet Coke. If you could give me one, I would.
You know my other vice is juice. I drink juice like a 6-year-old.
I never.
That's a tough one because it used to be.
It used to be
something
healthy. They
Everyone
thought
it was.
No,
drink
it
your
never
orange
used to be
juice.
healthy.
It never
Well, they
used to be the
promoted
way
it.
they thought it was.
They said it was.
Your mom thought she was doing like giving you a big
old glass of orange
juice.
juice.
They thought, oh, this is
Vitamin
healthy,
C,
vitamin C,
get
everything
some
you need.
fruit,
Go to the soda
calories.
fountain, get the
It's just
Minute Maid
calories.
lemonade. It ain't better than the soda.
That's sugar water. But juice, even like squeezed juice, ain't good for you.
I know. Still drink it.
Yeah.
I've given up soda and just doubled my juice intake. So there you go. All right, go to break.
All right, we got to give away some Aztecs tickets. Basketball tomorrow night at Viejas Arena, 7 o'clock. If you'd like to be there to see the Aztecs take on Utah Valley, you can call in now. Third caller, call quickly, 833-288-0973. You're going to win 2 tickets to the game. You can get your own tickets at goaztecs.com. And by the way, the 7-0 UCSD Tritons back in action tonight at Nevada, trying to go to 8-0 on the season.
Should we just pivot?
We might have to
just go
It's
pivot
a
hardcore
UCSD town now
Yeah.
instead of an SDSU town.
UCSD, they just got too many good players.
Too many good players. How are they going to figure out the rotation? Well, it's worked for them so far. 7-0?
7-0.
Unreal.
Going
Are they on
for
TV
8-0.
tonight?
I don't think so. ESPN usually plus, streaming somewhere. But Aztecs tomorrow night, Utah Valley, 7 o'clock, Viejas Arena. We'll come back, wrap things up on a Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, next year on 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room.
Final segment on a Tuesday.
Spin it.
Oh, the topic will. Yeah, we can. If you want to wrap things up with a couple of questions.
Want to do some lemonade talk next? What do we got?
First, a
Vacuum
reminder
cleaner,
that,
lemonade. What else you got, guys?
We've bounced around a little bit.
We bounced around a little bit. I like it. Free and easy. Exploring the space. Ham, meats.
No guests today, but when they do appear, they appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Seems like a good random way to end a Tuesday. So we'll check traffic and we will spin the topic wheel when we come back next on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Just a few things wrapping up our morning drive. One is a collision involving a couple cars northbound 805 right at the North 15 connector ramp there over the right shoulder. Got a stalled car partially blocking the transition ramp westbound 8 to northbound 5. Also a stall on the El Camino Real on-ramp to eastbound 78. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, spin it, Paulie.
Do you prefer Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
What is your favorite lunch meat? What's
Turkey sandwich or ham sandwich?
your favorite stick vacuum cleaner? Which one's yours?
I know. Really, what did it say, Paul?
This one says, who was the worst teacher you ever had?
Ooh. Oh, man. This is going to get me in trouble.
It's so hard because when in the time, you always think your worst teacher. And then when you look back, you go, they were probably the best teacher because they were the hardest on me.
No, I didn't have that experience at all. Mine is, I am embarrassed to tell this story, but when I was at Holy Cross College, I got through. High school was good. Like, I didn't have any beef with teachers. I talked too much in class. I would get detention for that. But I was a decent kid, made decent grades, always just kind of across the board. Got into college, and we had a professor at Holy Cross. He was a priest. One day, we're in like I don't even remember what class it was, but he accused me of cheating on a test, which I didn't do. He said I was talking or looking or something, and he flipped out. He threw me out of class. And I told him, I said, I didn't do anything. I wasn't talking. I wasn't disrupting. I wasn't doing anything. And he was an old guy, old priest. And I said some unkind things to him as I walked out the door, but he booted me from class. I was pretty pissed because if I screw up, I'll be like, all right, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I was like, I didn't do this. You're literally and then I got heated. I'm like, you're literally telling me I did something that I didn't do. My voice went up. Well, we got into a screaming match, and I think I either said F you or go F yourself as I walked out the door. So I'm not proud of that moment, but he was my worst. He was a professor, and he was a jerk.
Yeah, I was blessed with so many good teachers.
They were blessed with you.
That's true. They loved me. I was teacher's pet, no doubt about it.
You ever had a bad teacher? He was just a jerk professor.
When you get to college, there's certainly ones that don't teach you anything. Like, you can't. That I always felt it was more like on me, like Professor Adolfo Rumbus, my calculus professor in college, didn't learn a darn thing, couldn't understand anything he said, and there was just no way of making me learn because I had reached my limit of mathematics knowledge.
That was
point.
It. How'd you get through the class?
I don't know. I got a C-, the worst grade I ever got in my life. But I passed.
What math? You got a calculus.
Multivariable calculus.
You got a C-?
The hardest, most advanced course I ever took in my life. I needed to take it to get credit for my AP calculus. Like, AP calculus in high school, I breezed through. Got a passing grade on the test.
Breezed through.
I really did. It wasn't that hard. But then I got to college.
Trig instead of calculus.
When I got to college, and they said, okay, you can get credit for but you have to pass one course in mathematics. So I took the next one, which was multivariable calculus. And it was the most incomprehensible, difficult thing I can even possibly imagine. When you get to that stage, not to be stereotypical, but a lot of the professors are from foreign countries with very thick accents. So that's not helping you at all when you're sitting there in class and trying to decipher what they're saying. They're incredibly smart. They're mathematical geniuses. And I was not. I was a good high school math student. I realized at that point, though, I do not have a
this isn't for me.
Career in mathematics.
No Fields Medal award winner for you.
No.
Oh, look at the Fields Medal. The Fields Medal.
It's definitely not happening.
It's not about you mathematical D. I was always pretty good, but that guy, man, he really rubbed me the wrong way. He's definitely dead.
I did have a good math teacher, but was just angry in junior high, Mr. Wagner.
I had an angry math teacher, too.
Just yelled at everybody, every class.
I was in remedial algebra.
You people have got to listen. He started really every
sports talk radio host.
Yeah, really started every sentence with "you people." It was always "you people" every day. People.
I had Mr. Dart. He drove a Dart. He drove a Dodge Dart. His name was Mr. Dart. And I was in literal remedial algebra, which I cruised. I was one of those guys who was like, I could probably do the work for regular. If I could just get the same better grade in remedial, why wouldn't I do that?
His son Jackson quarterbacking the Giants now?
No, this would be his great grandson. But he had his whole room was papered with algebraic formulas and all over. So it was like a literal cheat sheet there. But
the mathematicians of this world are just built different.
They are. They're built different. It's not.
And where would we be without the really smart people who
I know.
understand the things that we can't possibly understand?
I know. Like the art of hitting a baseball.
Paulie, got a teacher for us?
Yeah, I had a high school a math teacher, Mr. Salvatore. He wasn't a good teacher.
Oh, there he is.
He looked like an even nerdier version of George Costanza. He sucked, and he was rude. He was very mean to like the students. He was not a good teacher. He didn't help you like through anything. He just had weird homework policies where it was just like, oh yeah, by the way, turn that in. And you're not even going to look at this, are you? You just wanted us to do something. And then finally,
it's like Mrs. Woods.
I snapped after he said a pretty racist comment to my friend.
Yeah.
I had a kid next to me. He was a year or two older than me, and he was from Jamaica, Marlin. And his family moved there after a storm, moved up to Seattle.
Yeah.
He was an Olympic qualifying track star. He was the greatest. And this guy just kept making fun of him. And he's like, I don't understand. He's like, he was having trouble with the language.
Man.
And he did the, hey, Marlon, here in America, this is how we talk or something like that. And I think I've told you this part of the story before. Like, I went and TP'd his house that night with some friends.
Nice.
I knew where he lived. He was a neighbor. One of my friends was a neighbor. And we TP'd the crap out of his house. We TP'd his tree so bad, he cut it down the next morning. Which, by the way, no greater sense of accomplishment for a TP'er.
You're like, oh my God, he cut his tree
We drove
down.
by. We're like, I gotta see the damage. I gotta see
Can't
the
clean
damage.
it up, so that tree's got to go.
Just a stump 48 hours later. And I'm like, that's
Stop! Literally.
Yes.
Screw these kids.
We threw so much toilet paper so high
He's
in
like,
this
"It's not
tree."
getting
He goes, that tree's got to go.
I'm cutting it down. Elite. That's great. That's
Oh,
great.
man.
Yeah, that poor tree died.
Yeah,
That's
well,
true.
I didn't cut it down.
Paulie, come on.
I didn't
Environmental.
cut it down. I just
He
decorated
cut
it.
it
Trees
down.
are precious.
I
true.
decorated the tree, and my stupid math teacher cut it down.
Oh, man. But again, I say it every year.
How do you get TP out of a tree once it's been TP?
You don't. You let them, let them wash
once
away.
it rains,
disintegrate.
eventually it disintegrates, right?
But again, for all those teachers, go spend 15 minutes in a classroom. My wife volunteers every week, and I go, how do you do it? I can't even volunteer, and I lose my mind. Can't stand these kids, man. Can't stand it. I love mine, but everybody else's, forget it. And like, I'm mean, so I'm like, hey, zip your lip, dude.
They're blessed with the teachers.
The teachers are
mostly
incredible.
blessed with a lot of patience that you don't have.
No chance. No. Thank you, Paulie. That was a good one.
Yeah. That I believe.
I still am tripping on your C-.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd ever gotten below an
I
A
didn't
in
get,
your
I didn't
whole
get like
life.
in trouble or
From who?
for anything like my parents. I was like,
You're
well,
in college. Your
I
parents
know,
would
C-, but yeah, it's like, hey, send you off to school, and all of a
What
sudden,
do you
the
think they're
grades-
going to do to you?
grades
I don't think my mom knew
drop.
a single grade, good or bad.
My
that I had
dad
in
was literally like,
college.
please, God, tell me you didn't drop any classes and you passed your class. I go, yep, we're good. He's like, great. Getting in trouble.
I didn't get in trouble.
I know you
didn't.
didn't. You shouldn't. You're in college.
I passed the class.
Comment.
It was
C-,
hard.
huh?
It was hard. Yeah.
That's your new nickname, by the way.
C-.
C-. I'm proud of you for that.
All right, that's it for us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Giving Tuesday. You can come see Paulie and me out at a Walmart in about an hour.
I'm giving
Ringing
blood,
the bell.
so it still works.
It's your own blood for your own purposes.
That's right.
For Paulie, for Woods, I'm Ben. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday from all of us here at 97.3 The Fan.